if I can't make moves on him quickly, he's going to lock me out. So you kind of keep that in mind when you're adding players to your board. And I know everybody's got different strategies of how they go and fill their board. That recommended tab is a great way to get an initial list there. One thing I love to do is go in and use the search here, and I set it to anybody who's in my top 10. And so that's just going to give me a quick list of everybody. I can go out of the recommended into everybody across the country, and I can find everybody who I'm in the top 10 for, and that's how I can start breaking things down my way of going through, okay, let's look at what quarterbacks are interested in me. Oh, we have one right here. He already has me knocked out, so I can go in and take a look and see what other players I can go after. But that's kind of one strategy to go through to be able to find the players that fit for you. Start with the ones that already want you, and then you can then work on players that may not have you in the top 10 down the line.
We got to look at console too, because Texas, I think, the pipeline is such an interesting part of recruiting, Chad. And obviously, with these bigger schools, these pipelines, you're going to have maybe more access. But talk about how important pipelines are to getting prospects to come to your school.
Yeah, so the pipelines are incredibly important and incredibly powerful as well. It's kind of a representation of the school's influence in that particular region, right? So in College Bowl 25, we've actually broken down pipelines. They're not by state, but they're actually by region. And so you'll see Texas, for example, is broken down into multiple regions. Florida's broken down into multiple regions. You have South Florida, Central Florida, North Florida, and then you might have some states actually combined, like New York.
Is that audio loud enough?
Going through your prospect identification process, you really want to pay attention to that pipeline, that column, where there's 5 total levels, and pink being level 5, which will have the highest.
No, EA hadn't said nothing back yet.
And also giving you a little starting influence.
Could be louder.
Looking at where they want to go.
So you can see you got 5, you got 4s of the blues, 3s of the golds, 2s of the grays, and then you're still going to have some influence. That's going to be some bonus if you're recruiting in a 2 versus some place that you don't have a pipeline at all.
Yeah, you will. But if you don't have a pipeline at all, you're going to be already behind. And so if you're competing against someone like a Texas who has a Tier 5 pipeline in that particular area where the recruit's from, it is going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be difficult. The pipelines also don't change over time as well, which is a really big thing to keep in mind as well. So if you have if these powerhouses like Texas, for example, are going to be strong in their pipelines for the duration of your entire dynasty. And you'll see the difference if you look at Ben's list as well, his prospect list, you'll see how big of a difference there is in those pipelines.
Yeah, and also, so I'm going through here and looking at the guys I've added real quick, and I've got a few 4-stars that are interested in coming to Sam Houston, so I can add them to my board and go after them, but I've got a limited amount of resources that I can spend each week.
Yeah, so let's talk about the top right, because I think that's really important. Your targets, your hours, and your scholarships. What's kind of the difference between the 3?
Yeah, so targets are how many players you are actively recruiting. You can go up to 35 at a time. Hours are how much time you have per week to be able to spend on your prospects, and scholarships, so you have 35 per year you're able to fill for your roster. You have an 85 maximum player roster. You can oversign, but then you've got to encourage players to transfer away to get yourself back down to 85 to start the next season.
So it's interesting. Like, you can see right here with some of these players, like you're 6th on this list, which means you're still alive and you can still recruit these guys. But you are. I mean, you see Texas A&M at the top. It's going to be tough to overcome that at Sam Houston.
Yeah, if you look at just right now with this piece right here, all I can do during the preseason is offer a scholarship and scout the player, which I highly recommend. Scouting players and learning what they're all about to add them. But I have 500 to spend for the entire week. Chad has what, 1,125.
1125. That's a big difference.
So when we're going through and recruiting week to week, you can spend up to 50 hours on a prospect unless you have a coach skill to get you a chance to get more. If we're going head to head and he's spending 50, I'm spending 50, well then okay, that's going to kill how much else I can go after, right?
Right.
So yeah, you can sign a 4-star guy with a very small school. You're going to have to put so much of your resources.
Heck yeah, man.
You might only sign.
Well, we saw NTE doing that with his dynasty.
I just figured everybody's not on Twitch, and so I didn't want anybody to miss this information.
And also too, the transfer portal, how many of those guys are going to be there
from
year 2,
this.
year 3? So sure, you can just go star chasing and do that, but that's not how you're going to set yourself up for success.
2 things I want to touch on, Chad, before we get really into the recruiting. One is I love that there's both high school and JUCO players in here. I think it's such a really nice, authentic touch. And then talk to me a little bit about the athletes. We're seeing that athletes have, which back in the day, I used to always be baffled about what to do with athletes. You recruited them, but they didn't have a position. Now you have this ability with athletes to recruit them, and then they have multiple positions you could put them in.
Yeah, athletes are a lot of fun, right? And something that's kind of unique to college as well, right? And so as you're recruiting an athlete, you're able to scout them, see where.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an online dynasty, not out the gate though.
Position changes, you can place them.
This is the Dynasty 101 live on their Twitch channel.
2 positions in there.
They got the developers talking about Dynasty mode for about an hour.
To build out this prospect list. So a reminder, this is before you even get to week 0. This is you just loaded into the game. You have this ability to set this up, and this is going to be what you have to keep your eye on throughout every week you're going to have to be checking on this to see, because we're going to see progression each and every week.
Yeah.
Guys are going to sign, guys are going to eliminate you, and then you have to adjust your list even more.
Exactly, yeah. Depending on who's recruiting that player, they might wind up favoring them. You know, so I could be going after one of these 4-star guys. A&M might not be looking at them at first. They might be one of their top targets. I'm making my moves week after week. Then all of a sudden, that's who somebody that A&M focuses on. And all of a sudden, you start seeing them just chase me down and then take that prospect away from me. The 8 weeks I spent,
appreciate that, Ray Dog.
Steal them in 2 weeks, right? That sort of
I'm
thing.
trying not to talk too much, so I don't,
As you're
you know,
going through, when you're
we let
looking
them
at,
talk.
Your recruiting board, look to see what's happening around you. Are you staying above that cut line? When you
Is
move
the
to the
volume
next
good
phase,
for
okay,
them
well, I'm down
talking?
to 5 now. Now I can have a guy come on a visit. So schedule that visit. Do all those different pieces to try to maximize your recruiting of the player. You know, one thing you're trying to do here that's really special to try and get to is learning what the player cares about. So if I go in here and I take a look at this player here, let's see.
Maybe a little louder. I got that turned all the way up.
You know, you're kind of learning through right here. You can see on the right side, I have not unlocked any intel on this guy yet. I don't know what he cares about. The motivations are what matters to a prospect to be able to get them to sign with you. Some players are going to have deal breakers. So if I have a player on my board who cares about proximity to home, I'm trying to have him on my board.
I got it cranked
he's
up.
Not in Texas, he's in California. I won't have a chance to recruit him because he wants to play close to home. Other ones will be like playing style. I might start out in a good spot with him, but if I don't play to his liking, he's going to lock me out.
Like, for example, if I'm like a deep threat wide receiver who
How about
wants
me
yards
maximize
and they
it?
see you running the ball a ton,
Right.
they might take you off their list at that point because they've watched how you play.
Correct, yeah. So your big thing is really trying to learn what this prospect cares about. And then trying to match that up when you're pitching them to try to tell them about the things that they want to see. So as we're going through the course of this and recruiting, you're going to start to see some of that intel unlock. You're going to learn more about the player. The more you can spend on a player, the faster you're going to learn about them. So again, that goes and helps those bigger schools. So I might only be able to spend 10 hours per week on a kid. I'm going to unlock things a lot slower than Chad is because he just has so much more at his disposal.
I think what I'm taking, as somebody who plays a lot of multi-user leagues, I'm really excited. The chess match is going to be insane. If you get a lot of people in here all recruiting against the same guy, like you start to see guys may shape how they play in order to recruit somebody. Guys may go
Bigger
after
schools
certain
have bigger
guys
resources.
and see who else is going after them and recruit them harder. I think that's where it's going to be really fun, is seeing some of these multi-user leagues, because I think the recruiting is going to be a battle that I don't think people have really thought a lot about how cool that's going to be, recruiting against other people.
And that's one of those things too, deciding when you're going to cut bait and go after somebody else, or when you're in those head-to-head battles. You know, I always like to look at my positions to see if am I hitting what I need from my targets and taking a look at those guys. But one of the big things we were talking about, unlocking the potential or the intel for the players and what they care about, the My School screen. This is your kind of report card for your school. This is the most important thing to determine will a kid like you or not. A lot of the initial interest is based on these. So as we can kind of switch between the two screens here. You can see the difference between Sam Houston, a lot of grades in the C's, a lot of grades in the D's. Not much I have to offer. If I have something that might be an A, if it's a proximity to home thing, like find those guys and just latch onto
Proximity
that.
to home,
And hit that
like
as much
playing
as possible.
time too, like
just
obviously.
try to hit those things as much as you can, because that's what they care about and that's what you're good at.
You're not going to be able to sell them like, hey, guess what? We're championship contender.
Right.
Sam Houston, like you're working towards that.
So you've got all these grades in here. You're trying to manage them. You can upgrade.
I'm gonna definitely play with a
we're looking at
lower
San Diego
team.
now, but if we switch over and look at Texas, you're going to see.
Look at all
Aside
the,
from
look at all the
SMU
grades
rebuild.
on console too, because these are obviously a championship contender, a top-notch stadium.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more that's going for them, but your barrier is a lot higher. You have much higher goals. You got to win those 10 games, as we saw when he signed the contract. And you see, right now, you got some guys who are. You see that players at risk category. Obviously, we're early, so there's no passing yards right now, but you could be losing a guy in Isaiah Bond at 88 overall. Like, that's something that would kill another school. I mean, Texas has a lot of those guys, though.
Isaiah Bond's a pretty good player.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm going to be throwing the ball.
So one thing that's interesting also too is you can get a bit of a preview of the transfer portal if you have a certain skill. So I don't have that skill right now, but I've just moved over to take a look at Texas's grades on my side. So I can see his grades, but his players at risk will always show me none unless I get that skill.
So there's a skill that you can unlock where I'll be able to take a look at Texas's or Ole Miss's roster and say, oh, that guy looks like he might be wanting to transfer. That might be something to keep in mind.
It's kind of your way to get a little bit of a preview of what the portal might hold for you.
Unbelievable. This is going to be an important, and this is something that you're going to be able to access this every single week.
Yep, it's always accessible, and it will update over time. Some of these grades will update weekly, some will update yearly.
Texas is up there,
You can
man.
always come back here and see where you're currently standing against other schools and what you can do to actually improve that grade. And then again, like Ben was saying, I can't stress enough how important this particular screen is and how important these grades are to not only your program, but also recruiting. Because again, every recruit has 14 motivations, all 14 motivations tied directly to one of these My School grades. how well your my school grades ultimately align with that prospect's motivations and what they care about is ultimately going to determine your success in the recruiting trail.
That's
so
dope.
from this recruiting board, that's where you're going to be able to scout players, find out more about what they want and how good they are. I saw these little, I think as you were doing it, I saw these little gems popping up, and then sometimes the gem was crossed out. What does that mean?
Yeah, so we have a gem and bust system in place where you'll see certain prospects. This is actually, it's more prevalent.
They're going over Dynasty mode.
The 2s and the 3s, where you can kind of find those prospects who are just kind of the diamond in the rough, so to speak, right? The player who slipped through the cracks, and they're actually better than what their star rating would indicate. So as we go ahead and scout here, it'll cost 10 recruiting hours to scout a player, and then they move through the various scouting stages. So we start with this, for the attributes, for example, we start with this bar that fills up 25%, this gold zone is 25% of the bar, where the left side is 0 and the right side is 99. So we're getting a high-level idea of where this prospect lands.
Two ratings. You got catching and deep route unlocked.
Yep.
So we got that specific rating, but everything else is more of a rating.
Yep, and so as we continue to progress through scouting this prospect, those bars will get narrower. So we'll see catch and traffic, for example, here, right? It's only 10% of the bar, and then ultimately catching and deep route
Everybody's
an
going to be looking
actual
at speed.
rating.
Let's be honest. Speed is the one that
Oh.
everyone's looking at.
And I understand. And as we're scouting,
kills, man.
As we're scouting them, we'll also cover what their physical abilities are as well as their mental abilities. Remember, the mental abilities do not change in Dynasty mode. So what they come in with is what they're going to have when they graduate, right? So it's a very, very important thing to keep in mind and a key differentiator between players. You also see their development trait down there as well, which is not able to be scouted out of the gate unless you have a coach ability that allows you to actually uncover it potentially. There's a chance to uncover it as a part of their official visit when they're on campus.
All right, so he's 100% scouted. So you have all the information you have on that play. Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, these hours do not regenerate. This is what you have for the year? Like
What's up, Mark?
1125 is for the year or for the week?
It's for the week, which is very nice that you can go ahead and have that amount to allot for the week and not have to think about, well, I need to conserve these for week 4 or week 5 or whatever else. Yeah, spend everything you've got for that week. It will stay set that way when you advance to the next week, so you can either set it and forget it and just keep going that way, or remove some time to add to another player, kind of make your adjustments based on how things are moving.
So two things I want to hit before we get start advancing weeks. Number one is, if I'm a guy who's playing this and I'm just like, this is way too much for me. I'd rather just play the games. I'm kind of interested. Is there a way to automate all this?
Absolutely. You can turn on auto recruiting, and that will take your hands off the wheel and let the CPU handle it for you. So it's kind of what you want to do. A lot of that is always how we design the game and build the game out.
There was the no gem right there. So he's a bust.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. He's not going to be. I mean, he's
all,
a contributor.
All a bust means, right, is that he's there as a star. He's been rated as a 4-star, but he's actually probably more of a 3-star. Is really what a bust means. So just because you get a bust doesn't mean they're a bad player. You still gotta look at the ratings. A 5-star bust is still going to be pretty darn good at the end of the day.
He's just not going to be that 5-star changer that you were thinking of.
I mean, a 5-star bust is going to be better than probably anybody that's on my roster right now. So that means that's still great for me, you know?
And I think the other thing to make note, because again, I think a lot of people are coming from, obviously haven't played Madden for so long. Your scouting is a pretty small part because you only have 7 draft picks or 8 draft picks. You got to think about the number of players that are coming into a school each and every year and how many players there are out there. That's why you have so many hours and so much scouting, is because the list of players is 10, 15-fold what you'd be seeing in the NFL draft.
Well, and also, too, why I love scouting in a college game.
Yeah, this is the developers talking about Dynasty mode.
Saving this information for a draft that's at the end of the year. I'm making decisions right now based on the things I've learned. I have 2 quarterbacks I'm looking at. I scouted them. One's a gem, one's a bust. Buy bust. Let me go after that gem. So you're able to really action on things in the moment and not just be saving information for down the line.
Let's go to console 1 because I think this is an important screen. This is when you advance. Everybody's going to get the screen to pop up. We start off with the recruiting update. So this is just an update on anybody who's made new decisions week to week inside of recruiting.
So yeah, every time that you advance week, you're going to get this pop-up coming out of that advancement, giving you a recruiting update, letting you know players on your board that have had movement. So did somebody cut down to a top 5? Or did someone lock you out? Or what are you learning about these players? So you have that piece first. This is not a week where we had a game, so I don't have the update on XP, but if you've earned XP, you'll get an update there to let you know how close you are to earning another skill point to be able to upgrade your coach. But then also, too, you've got an update every week about your My School screen. So what grades have changed? Are there players who are at risk, and how are they changing? So you can kind of keep an eye on the health of your program on a weekly basis on that advance.
Can we look at console 2 for a second? Is Juan Clavijo Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Is it multiplayer? You can do it online, Dynasty.
Did we put Ryan Fitzpatrick?
In that case,
Did I
yeah,
put
it's
Ryan
multiplayer.
Fitzpatrick? I've seen him before. It's majestic. It's a majestic beard. Shout out to Killeen, Texas. All right, so now we've gotten into week 1, and so this is where I think when you're starting a dynasty, you're going to be spending, in terms of recruiting, majority of your time is going to be that initial setup. As we get week to week, does your time kind of decrease as to how much you're spending? Because I think setting up your board has got to be a major chunk of it.
Hey, they just talking low. I got the volume all the way up, even on the. It's on Twitch, which is probably why the volume's so low.
It's where am I at?
I got all the volume stuff turned all the way up, even in OBS.
So I can maybe kind of pull back some time from him potentially to be able to put elsewhere, or I can just go full bore on him to try and get him closed out. He's now in a top 5 status. So what I can do with him is come into the recruiting side of things and take a look, and schedule a visit with him, and take a look at the different home games I've got left on my schedule, and different ones are going to mean more or less. So if I win against Western Kentucky here, that's going to be big for me. A loss isn't going to hurt me as much. Texas State, that's one. It's kind of a toss-up of how that's going to impact. Down in the right corner there, you see complimentary visit and competitive visit. That is also going to play into who are you bringing with you for that week.
So if I bring in 3 quarterbacks at the same time, that might be ruffle a couple feathers.
2 of them aren't going to be happy about that, and those are going to be the 2 that are lower rated on that list.
Was it Washington or the Patriots that did that? They brought in all the first-round quarterbacks and had like dinner together. Like, you probably shouldn't do that because it might make some people feel a little something.
But in the NFL, the team holds the cards of who they're going to select.
Yeah.
Here, you're trying to get the commitment from the players, so you're trying to curry their favor. You don't want to do those sort of things like bringing all your quarterbacks in one week. So really trying to plan out when you're going to bring players on campus is really a key. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this Western Kentucky one. When you do that here, you can see I've started to learn information about this player, things he likes and things he doesn't like.
So proximity to home is a big deal for him.
It's a big deal for him. And I'm an A. I mean, that's the only green I have. That's my best thing. I've got to try and hit that.
So you're not going to pick pro potential, whatever, because he's, you've got a D+ in that one, Sam Houston State, but like close to home. Yeah. That's basically bringing a guy in and then talking to him over and over. Like, you're going to be able to go home and see family whenever you want. They're going to be able to come to games.
Come and see you every week, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just lock that in. That's what we're going to show him while he's there. But I've spent 25 on him. I've got more I can spend. So I'm going to go through and take a look here.
Your hours went down, by the way. You had 500 in the first week. Now you're down to 400 in week 1. So that number is going to change week 2.
Ready for that SMU, baby.
We give you a different allotment than we give you during the rest of the year because we want you to spend some time scouting those players. Now you're still going to have less than Texas will, but you're able to go in there and spend some time. So
if we look at Texas, they got 900. So I think what's interesting is Chad recruiting with Texas. If you're going to bring in a guy for a visit, because you got so many A+, you got to kind of pick and choose where you're recruiting. Whereas you might only have one option at Sam Houston State. Texas has a lot of things you could pitch to somebody.
Yeah, Ben's going to have to be much more focused in his approach of how that prospect aligns with his program and who he's going after, whereas Texas can really be very broad in terms of who they go after.
We're Texas. That's your whole pitch. Hey,
that's right. We're Texas.
We're
Texas.
Eddie?
Welcome to the SEC. So as we take a look here at my console, you'll see we're starting in the overview tab here, right? And every prospect has this. This is their top schools list. So as they're progressing those stages we talked about, right? Top 8, top 5, you'll see that projected cutoff actually go up, and your goal is to always be above that. So at the very top, we have our
So you're below the top 8 right now for this guy. So you're in a tough position competing. You're the top. You're like number one on the list.
I'm number 1.
So you're number 1. So this is going to be you want to keep your spot here the whole time.
So I'm in a very good position with this player right now to go actually sign him. So I got to make sure I'm investing a lot of hours in him to make sure that.
I like
doesn't
that it
happen.
also gives you the tier of the pipeline. You see, like Georgia's a little lower tier, whereas Texas and Ohio State have the higher tier.
And that's going to be a key differentiator here in this race.
Yes, sir.
Right, so at the very top, we see an overall progression bar of as the prospect is advancing through their stages.
What's good, Snoop?
They're the top 8, top 5.
I'm a PS5.
They're gonna
Buckeye.
reduce down to a top 8. When they reduce down to a top 5.
So as they progress, then that's when they'll make those decisions.
I'm sorry I ain't talking too much. I'm trying to
So we can see the top schools.
make sure we can hear what they're saying.
Right, there's some pretty heavy hitters in here: Ohio State, Alabama, Oklahoma, and then we can go ahead and now actually start.
I got my capture card. I'll probably try to get it next week as well.
With Juan, whereas Ben is moving to stage 2, right, with the other prospect that he had in the top 5. So stage 1, all about discovery here. So we've done our prospect identification. Now it's about discovering what does this prospect care about? Do they align with my school, my school grades that we just looked at? There's a pretty good chance they're going to align because I'm A+ across the board, right, with Texas here. So we can go ahead and add an action. We have 4 core actions you can take while you're in that stage 1, and then we'll eventually talk about the pitching and swaying as well. And so we'll go ahead and the more hours you spend early in that discovery phase, the faster
you'll
you'll cover
the houses.
information.
You're trying to get this guy to come here no matter what.
Right.
I'm sending everybody.
And in the highly competitive race like what we have here for Juan, I'm definitely going to be putting a lot of hours, investing a lot of time with him to make sure that he comes to Texas come the fall.
So, Ben, what's the difference of looking at this? I saw influence and then I saw pitch. So those are going to unlock at different times. So as you get towards the pitch section, what's the soft sell versus the hard sell?
Yeah, so, as Chad was saying, you've got these different pieces you can do here. that are going to unlock.
So you've
intel
actually
about
got
the
this
player.
unlocked with Rasheem.
Yes,
Wiggins,
I'm a
as you
little
have the
further
pitch.
along with him, so I can show you that piece here. So, I've been looking at this player. I've been spending about 25 hours per week on him, progressing him along. But I've moved to this spot now where I can actually go in and actually pitch. So I've spent that time learning about the player, and I can see those things I care about. There's 3 things that he cares about that are green. I don't really match up the best with every one of them, but you know what? What I'm going to be able to do is go in here and soft sell or hard sell this prospect. And so with that, I only got, unless I take off the 25 hours there, I don't have enough to be able to hard sell him with this. So I can go in and soft sell. And with that, I'm going to, I don't have enough total hours. So
Oh, you only have 15
Yeah,
at a
let me
time.
go ahead and just pull some hours off real quick.
So I think that's the important distinction is while your number of hours doesn't change week to week. I have the same pool of hours.
Yes.
They are allocated though. If I go advance a week, I've already allocated some hours to
Yeah.
that. So you may have to move some around to change your pitches.
And I've moved out of the phase where I need to be learning intel about this player because I know his 3 things he cares about. So now I'm in the phase where I'm going to either soft sell, hard sell, or in a situation like this, what I'm actually going to try and do here is try and sway his opinion and try and get him to like something that maybe I'm not, that he doesn't currently like that I'm good in, to be able to increase my chances of getting him to see something in me that maybe he didn't see before. But you have those options here. So actually I've got 40 hours. I'm going to go ahead and hard sell because he's got 3 things that I'm good at. So I find the 3 that kind of match up.
You have the check marks there, so you can pick those 3.
It's called an ideal pitch, is what we call it. It's the 3 things he cares the most about. You're trying to find the ones that best match up, and I happen to find that one right here. Now I've got 2 things that are not the best, but I've got my thing that is the best. So, and it's what he cares about. If I do the sway, one of those reds will turn to green. I'll have a different ideal pitch that I can go after. But this is the best I have to offer for this player. I'm in the lead. It's a solo race right now, so I don't really have a lot of concern to try and sway him because I'm in a good spot.
You're in a good spot. Sway would be if I'm behind the sticks maybe a little bit.
And if you feel like you've got to do something to try and pull your player in. So I'm going to go ahead and stay with that.
Oh yeah, man. It's easy. This lightweight. This light work, man. I enjoy doing it.
And I think, Chad, we talked about frustrated you was sometimes players didn't sign at the end of a class in the old game. So you'd be working on a kid, have him close to a commitment. You get to signing day, but you didn't get him over the hump, and he wouldn't commit. Now, when you get to signing day, the final signing day, if a player hasn't committed, but you're in the lead for him, he will wind up signing with you. So you don't have to try to spend everything you can to get that kid to commit. I can actually kind of slow roll this guy, which I'm really happy about being able to do because I have limited resources. I can go and then spend my time elsewhere.
And so it's interesting, as you guys now work your way through these weeks. So like this was a big week into week 1. You're going to have more and more each and every week. Your list is going to trim down a little bit. Some guys are going to keep you in there. Some guys are going to take you out of that top 8. More guys are going to reach it. And so I imagine as you get to week 2, 3, 4, and 5, that list grows even more as guys trim down your list. So you're going to be able to allocate resources more effectively.
Correct. Oh, see myself here moving up. I got 10 more skill points, so I can go and get some.
Congratulations, great work. Well done.
It feels great. It feels
well done.
good.
Well done.
Yeah.
Tavares Jasso, by the way, is not related to Ted Lasso. We are legally required to say that. He's a legally distinguishable Tavares Jasso.
We're 1-0 in Sam Houston, and we beat Rice last week. And what's that mean?
Hey, don't lose the food.
Don't lose the food. You're
Don't
right.
lose the food.
Paid state material.
So you can see I've already got the check mark here on recruiting because I've already allocated all the hours from last week. And so those are already set right there. So if I did not do anything, it would keep everything I had the week before. And this lets me know that I have completed for the week. If we're in an online dynasty together, this is also a key piece that you can know how other people are doing and where they are as far as the completion of their week.
This is the Dynasty 101.
Finish their recruiting.
The devs are talking about Dynasty mode on Twitch.
Okay, well, so you guys are going to keep rolling through this because I know we've been talking a lot about recruiting, and there's some part of this that you guys just got to get through a couple weeks of this. I see Thomas Fleming just lurking out there. Could you stop? He dabbed. Stay out there. Never mind. Change my mind. We're not talking to Thomas. We're good. We're good. Skip it. Cancel it. We're good. No, we have to? Okay, come on. Can't believe you dabbed at me.
Hello.
I mean, as somebody who does the unironic 35-year-old dab, I appreciate the move. I appreciate it. We got Thomas Fleming out here, feature producer. First of all, welcome in.
Thank you.
A super exciting weekend. You've got a.
Absolutely.
Everybody seems just so amped for people to get their hands on this game.
Yeah, also no one told me I couldn't wear this shirt, so I'm repping the Pokes.
Go Pokes, yeah.
Go Pokes. Yeah, very, very exciting. A lot to look forward to, and so looking forward to talk about uniforms and plays and playbooks.
Yeah, I know if you're out there, you like uniforms, you like playbooks, we're going to get into that one. So let's start off with uniforms. And I think this is, you talk about what college football brings. I think so many people are excited just to see some of those iconic.
Them uniforms,
It's been a
dog.
challenge to put so many uniforms into a game.
It was a lot. So this was one of the examples in our game where we had to create completely new tech to be able
Oh, they got the throwback unis in there?
we wanted to in the detail that we wanted to. And so these are just a few examples. Oklahoma State rep in there.
Oh, snap, they got the throwback unis?
We've got the
I
Chanticleer.
love the Chanticleers.
Yeah, those
What a
are
logo.
beautiful.
Bruh.
We have all of Florida's throwbacks in. And so, this was an example where, as I said, we had to create this tool which allowed us to make more, quicker, and in greater detail. And like, there's a specific helmet, for example, for Marshall. We were able to get in their helmet. It's called their 75 helmet. They wear a 75 uniform every year to commemorate the 75 people who died in that crash a number of years
That's
ago.
cool to have that in the game.
I can't turn up the stream. It's all the way up. They just talking low. It's on Twitch, bro. Chill.
You can actually pause in game, zoom in on the helmet,
And
you can see all
individual
75
names.
names.
That's
Absolutely.
really cool.
I'ma get
Let's take a look at
excited.
Individual uniforms.
Go to Twitch and
Yeah.
watch it
I
yourself.
love the flashes.
Let's go over. So these are the top 5 teams.
Oh, they got the last name in the game, bro. Dorsey. They got my last name in the game.
22.
And look out, ref. I mean, that guy's got a sideline animation coming in. I mean, lots of different pants, helmets. You see that? That's kind of an old school flashes.
Yep, script flashes, and Kent State's a perfect example of a university that we have a great relationship with. And I think a lot of people don't realize the biggest hurdle, and Ben can talk to this too, or agree with me, the biggest hurdle in terms of getting a uniform in is getting the approval, whether it be from the athletic department, the licensing department, from anyone who owns any third-party marks. And so Kent State was a perfect example of a school that said,
Go to Twitch, bro. They not talking
Years
loud.
ago, go for it. We'll give
It's
you
a live stream. Just go
So
watch
that
it yourself.
was,
I'm gonna talk on my streams. That's how I
allowing
do.
us to create their suite and build it out, and I think they're going to be a great team for Dynasty.
I mean, who doesn't love throwbacks? How about Memphis? You got the dark.
Them
dark
jokers clean,
uniforms.
dog.
I love that dark chrome helmet. Like, that's such a tough look.
Yeah. So Memphis is number 2 in terms of assets, and they're in the top 5 in helmets. I think they have 16 or 18. Another example, great relationship we have with the university. And they also have a ton,
Yeah.
right? So they
See?
have we have
The
their
volume,
blue,
right? It's all the way
white,
up, dude.
Black.
They just
white,
talking low
black,
on Twitch.
White, gray jerseys. We have a ton.
Whichever you want to run. I mean, run the black unis at night. I mean, that's
Absolutely, in
That's
the
just
rain.
a tough look. I mean, when I
In the
think
rain.
about uniforms, though, I think about can we cut to console 2? Can we cut to console? We got Tavares Jasso.
There we go.
Not Ted Lasso. Let's go. Well done. Hey, good pitching. Well done.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Firm
Proud of you.
handshakes all around.
Mineola,
Firm
Texas.
handshakes.
Shout out to Mineola, Texas. Shout out to Tavares Jasso. When I think about uniforms, I don't think you can talk about uniforms without talking about Oregon.
Absolutely.
Phil Knight, those Nike unis are tough.
Them jokers
Absolutely.
clean.
So again, Oregon, we have a ton of what they wore. They're also an example of when you get into game, make sure to cycle through their helmets, jerseys, pants individually. We have presets set. We wanted that to be a starting point because we wanted to encourage people to mix and match as they please. So there are a lot of helmets for Oregon, for example, that aren't attached to a preset because it would get into the 20s, 30s, 40s. But there's a ton there, and then they're also an example of a school that released new uniforms recently. We've been working with the University of Oregon for months. We have a great relationship with them and their athletic department, and they are one of many schools that we've been working for really the past year to release content after launch.
So we're going to get updates to this, if they release perhaps a new jersey. You're going to see some of those coming.
So we have 2 areas of content post-launch. We have one where it's stuff we just did not get to yet, but we have, and we want to release post-launch, some alternates, some different throwbacks.
Console 2, Ryan Fitzpatrick just committed.
Oh,
Shout
man.
out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm sorry, Juan Clavijo.
On a
That is
That's
not,
right.
As a
I mean,
lumberjack.
what a job.
That's right, we
It
got
must be tough recruiting at Texas,
It-
right?
it-
It's hard
it
to do that
is.
pitch where you go,
It is.
hey, we're Texas,
You
right?
know, signing 4 and 5 stars isn't easy,
When
right?
it rains, it pours over there in Austin. Jeez.
Jeez, oh, man.
The real quick, the big thing to remember, right? We got our guy Juan, which is awesome, but we got to remember that he did have a deal breaker for championship contender, and that championship contender grade is going to change throughout the season.
So you don't want to start losing
So
now.
if I start losing, we're 4-1 right now. I don't think Texas would lose, right? Because we're big time.
We're Texas.
With the way
We're
you
Texas.
play, we don't know.
No, CPU's doing it. He doesn't have to play. We're okay. We're okay.
So, right, but if I did start to lose, that championship contender grade could start to go down, and if it gets below his deal breaker threshold of a B minus, he would actually decommit.
So you can't see decommits.
You
which
can
is-
see decommitments
So you
within
gotta stay
recruiting.
on top of that
Right,
stuff.
you got to make sure you're staying above the deal breaker threshold. Otherwise, you decommit. Once we do get to early signing day, though, he will go ahead and sign if he is still verbally committed and he hasn't decommitted.
You got to
at
think
that
about
point in
also the playing style too. Like if you start running the ball a ton, you've got a deep threat wide receiver. That's also something you can see him decommit later. They're like, hold on,
Yeah.
when did you turn into Air Force and start running the ball all the time?
Right.
Exactly.
That's really cool. Back with the uniform, Minnesota.
Right,
How was
right,
going to
right.
go first?
Yes, yes. But to finish the point there, we have
helmets, though.
post-launch content coming for teams we didn't get to, but we want to. Then we have post-launch content for stuff that schools we've partnered with over the past year. We know they're releasing certain uniforms throughout the season. Obviously, we're not going to say which, but when they do,
When they do
we'll
those special
be able
uniforms for a game, that's
release them in our title update. And I'd
That
also like to make
helmet's a nightmare, by the way. I hate that. I
so
hate that. Stop
Minnesota's
staring
second in terms of helmets, but I do want to make a point. All the post-launch content we have are coming kind of piggybacking on top of the patches that we already have scheduled. So we have a certain cadence of post-launch title updates. We are just adding them on top of those so that you will automatically get those updates when you boot up the console.
Okay, so it won't be an additional update in between title updates. They're with those title updates you're getting.
Correct. So you don't have to do anything.
That is so exciting for me being old head from the old game. We never did this before. What was on the disc was on the disc. And in 14, we did have a uniform store that had some stuff, but those were things that we, like Thomas was saying.
All white uniform is
by the time the disc launched.
drippy, man.
We've never done anything where we partnered with schools to be able to get uniforms in the game post-launch that haven't been seen before. So that's the piece I think we talk about, just bringing this game back. How excited the schools are that we're back and being a part of this with us and bringing this back. I mean, that's my favorite part is just talking to schools. You're saying they're having launch parties themselves.
Right.
They're so excited about us being back, and we're trying to match that with them. And just where we go with this is, I think, my most excited part about the
Yeah,
whole thing.
that's really cool. The last one, I think we flashed it up on the screen, but
Arizona State.
I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to
And who's
Jeff
that,
Reed.
Chad?
It's my guy Cameron.
Oh yeah. Where's he from, Chad?
Well, I feel like I'm in the middle of something.
I know.
Do
No,
we need to leave?
he's an Arizona State fan in quotation marks.
Oh. Forks up?
Yeah.
Forks up. Chad.
That's right, forks up.
Forks up.
Shut lead here.
I feel like
But,
I'm in the middle of a Twitter fight. You're not even a real fan.
Well, yeah, not a real Oklahoma State fan like myself.
Oh, wow. Shout out Mike Gundy.
That's right. Yeah.
If anybody thinks the Phantom doesn't run deep in this team, here you go.
That's right.
It's over, It's over here. Now, before we get to talking about some playbooks, because I know people are excited about playbooks.
Sure.
Let's check in with the guys. Console 1, what do we got going on here with
What's up,
San
Kyle?
Diego State? By the way, did I see 5-2? I mean, you guys are killing it right now.
Oh, we're doing some things. Let's back out real quick and take a look at that again. Yeah. Oh,
6-2, I apologize.
Is that a bowl eligible?
That's a bowl eligible San Diego
eligible
State
team?
Bear Cats with a K.
Did I have a 4-win goal and
Possibly.
I beat that already?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we're
that's-
doing great
good
over
job.
here. But checking in on coach abilities, we talked about that, how you can progress your coach throughout the year. I see that as a
What? Who in your
motivator.
top 5 uniforms?
I've been continuing to invest in there, but you know what? I actually started to build into being a tactician and going into that side of things to get some ratings bumps for my players. And I've done so much there to now that is where I've spent the most in. So now I am viewed as a tactician. I'm no longer a motivator. So it's changing throughout the course of the game based on where I'm investing.
I think another thing to talk about is because we haven't really gone into just the main menu of Dynasty yet. Just how much information there is here. You're gonna be able to look at standings when you reach week 10. You would get the college football playoff bracket. Like there's so much that we're talking about recruiting and all that, but there's so much information that for the guys who love the authenticity of Dynasty, you have here just for the menu.
And building the world of college football was one of my favorite things that we were able to do, and that's some of the most important things to do is build that world that's realistic, that makes sense of what college football looks like to you. So then you can go in and you can make your tweaks to it to change things on that. So when you get to week 10, that's the start of October. Start of November. In real life, that is when the playoff bracket comes available for the first time. We are in a unique spot in this game where we're going to play the 12-team playoff first before it ever happens.
We're going to see the college football playoff, the 12-team version in game before we actually.
On
see
my
it.
last
You're
post?
going to play
Which
home playoff
post?
games next week that are going to happen in the real world in December.
That's so cool.
So that's not one of the fun things we have. So here we are. We're in week 10. It's the very first time this bracket's going to be revealed. This is also a caveat that the season is not done yet. So it's going to be the strangest that the bracket will look like. If you remember back when the 14 playoff happened for the first time, Mississippi State and Ole Miss were 1 and 2.
Right, things
Not
got
how
weird.
things ended. So we're going to come in here and take a look, and you're going to see. The very first thing here, top
gameplay
left-
Shout out
post.
Boston College in the 4 seed.
Four seed.
North Texas.
Just
in
type it in the
12.
chat right now, because I'm not. I mean, I have this pulled up. Just type whatever you said on in the chat.
Your conference champions, your top 5 conference champions get automatic qualifying bids. the 4 of them the top 4 get that first round bye. So you see down there, North Texas at 12. They're going to potentially be that conference champion, that Group of 5 champion that makes it in. Everybody else gets seeded in different ways. Notre Dame is not in a conference. They cannot be eligible for a bye in the first round. So even if you're undefeated as Notre Dame, the best you can be is 5 in the bracket. So we follow all of that.
From what I understand, you can't change jersey numbers.
You're going to learn and be a better and smarter fan and understand how the playoff works just by playing this game.
And I think Chad will personally guarantee that when we get to the college football playoff, that both Indiana and Boston College will be there, right? You're guaranteeing that?
No comment.
Authentic. Okay, no comment. You've also got the Heisman Watch. This is such a fun throwback. Yeah.
Every week, the Heisman Watch updates based on what's going on there.
Cam Rising in his 19th year of playing football.
Look at that.
He's 140 years old.
So, and this is another part too. Just as somebody who's been a part of this series since 2004. These are real player names we're seeing in the game. I just cannot.
It's almost a little jarring to see them, because I remember having to upload the rosters. Like, you used to manually go in there and upload the roster. And big shout out to those guys who for years were putting the rosters online so that you could put them in there. And now we actually have them in the game. I mean, what a big change from before.
Absolutely, yeah. And so you see here, this week, the first time you're seeing the CFP bracket, the ranking, the top 25 ranking show up.
Oh, look at that.
Every week
Oklahoma State beat Baylor, 6-2.
There you go. Every week, the media poll and the coaches poll update. So just like real life, creating these things that build out this world of college football. You go through and you can look at the weekly schedule here and see everything that's going on around the nation. Like, we really just kind of worked on building out this entire world of everything that goes on to make it college football.
A little note, and I love this about this screen, is that you see you have the TV broadcast ones, and then you guys put in the streaming logo.
Oh, yeah.
For the ones that you're not going to be able to watch on broadcast TV.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's cold, man.
You also see, too, as we're going through, if a rivalry game comes up, you'll see the rivalry.
Well, you might as well get pissed, because I don't think you can change them.
The sport here.
Small price to pay to get the game back that you can't change a number.
So just a lot of those depth pieces that really show off the uniqueness of college
You guys got a
football.
favorite rivalry trophy? Or
Florida Rosedale, come on. Give me the pig.
Pig?
Give me the pig. Oh, yeah,
The
absolutely.
pig? I'm a sucker for Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I
the
would
Axe.
say the Axe as well. But how about that matchup of Oregon and Michigan in the new Big Ten?
Yeah.
It's jarring. That's going to be one of the things that just wrapping your head around conference realignment and remembering who's playing where and all that.
Oh, absolutely.
You're in Oregon, Michigan in the middle of the year.
Hey, look, we got a Chad Thomas matchup here, too. Look,
There
that's
you
always
go.
fun.
Oh, fans versus non-fans.
What was their record last year, Chad?
It wasn't great. No comment.
Chad,
The
in
future
1999, who was the leading receiver?
We're looking ahead, okay? We're looking ahead.
that's all
We're looking ahead.
In 2005, what bowl did you play in? It's the Alamo Bowl. Thank you so much. Let's talk playbooks a little bit, Thomas,
Yeah.
because I think this is maybe the thing that people are most excited about, because you have so many teams, you got so many different playbooks. I want to point out on this graphic, these are not the only teams with these styles. These are just some examples. And we're going to show you some example plays. Let's start off with that air raid offense. And we're looking at Texas Tech.
Sure,
This is from the generic air raid playbook.
Right,
And it gives a shout out to one of the great coaches.
So I can't see what it says, but I can tell you this is early H move 92 post double wheel. And what we did with the air raid generic playbook, we could have just let it sit, because it certainly has been there for a number of years, but we wanted to revamp it, and we named everything in the playbook to match terminology from the late Mike Leach. So the entire offense is what Mike Leach would traditionally run with his air raid offense.
Okay, I like that.
We've got green Z fly play, 95 Z post. We've got fake quick 618 Z post F wheel. We have all the stuff that he liked to run.
Yeah, I saw that, Chris. I think that was staged, man.
Because he was a
That is nothing about that seemed authentic.
future Hall of Famer.
What an ode to one of the great characters in college football.
Absolutely, and so there are a lot of versions of air raid. Obviously, you have the USC air raid, use a lot of GT counter, a lot of slide RPOs. They like to use branch and put them in the slot or put them where tight end would be, and we have all that. And Louisiana Tech, they have their version of the air raid. So a lot of different types
of variation. They're not all going to look the same. You're going to have some different
but
looks.
You're going to have those basic concepts. Your wide cross, your mesh. Those things across all those areas.
Notable
Let's talk
playbook
Veer
styles.
I really came.
Oh, so I was already gonna run the Veer and shoot with SMU. They already run it. I thought they ran
but that's such a tough thing to
run and shoot, but SMU actually runs the offense that I want to run. That's awesome.
We had Anthony White, who's the head, kind of runs the playbooks division. They have been working on getting the tech ready for this for multiple years, I believe, and this is an example, right? So the veer and shoot is a lot of gap schemes, a lot of power runs that they'll attach, hitches or screens or quick access throws to, and then a lot of vertical routes and a lot of them being choice routes. So this is an example. This is what they call choice deep. So you've got a switch release on the double receiver side. That inside receiver is taught. If you're even, you're leaving. So if he's got a man next to him, if he's in cover 1 or cover O, he is burning it down the sideline. Your outside receiver is switching back in, and he's reading middle of the field open, middle of the field closed. Is it man? Is it zone? Do I break it off? Do I split the safeties? But yeah, this is an offense that
Veer and shoot, baby. I freaking love it.
And we're going to continue to build and improve. It's another example of kind of like with what we said with uniforms. Post-launch, our work doesn't finish when the game comes out, so we'll continue to work on improving this and adding. And in fact, we just had USF, the Bulls in here yesterday.
Oh, they're gonna get so mad.
I know.
They're gonna get so mad. Hey, it's been fun, man. It's been good knowing you. See ya.
That's not
It's
acceptable.
been a good run.
The Bulls were in here yesterday, and we had some of the players work with A-Dub Anthony White and give us some.
No, I'm gonna just
pointers
leave
and say, what
SMU in the ACC.
what they liked, and so we're going to continue to work on this, and especially nail down the differences, and that's the good thing, what we have right now.
Well, you can't
Some
change
people
numbers
all
because they
want-
got real players.
some
They're not
people
trying to
really
get the
like
game
to
took
do
away for another 11 years. So
the use and wide splits.
I get what y'all saying, but it's a small price to pay that I can't
Have
change a
little bit of
number.
everything,
Which
I think is a better way to.
I always put it like this: if it's serious enough for you
Show, console 1 for just a
to not
second.
buy the game, then don't buy the
look
game.
at that.
But if you're gonna
That's
still
good.
buy the
Let
game,
you all know
Yeah,
what's going on over here.
Yeah, a little
with the
conference
Bears guys
championship matchup.
making it here against Middle Tennessee State.
Shout out to
here.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro, there you go. Yeah, so great to see that. So I moved ahead into conference championship week just to keep things moving along, and that's what you see here. The other part with this is now we're going to start talking about the
Chad, did you
carousel.
make the conference championship in the SEC?
That's
Chad, did you make it? Can we check out Chad's screen for just a second? Oh, you fired your offensive coordinator. Interesting.
I did.
Oh,
I
we got
did.
2 different things going on here.
We had a disappointing 8-4 year.
8-4.
Yeah,
immersion wise, I agree with you on that, Lonnie.
Remember, I gotta win
I think that would be cool to give them shirts and
That's
hats.
put me a little
Hey, the
bit closer
future
to the hot-
ex-coach of Texas is really cool.
No,
man.
no,
Shout
no.
out to
Hey,
Chad.
always recruiting's going nowhere. That's why he got rid of his offensive coordinator, right? So we're in the coaching carousel now. The coaching carousel takes place over 5 total weeks. It starts in conference championship week. That's when you're actually able to go ahead and fire your coordinators, and then starting in bowl week 1 is when you'll actually
Is when you gotta look at
replace
the-
them.
the
right?
replacements. Okay.
But remember, if you don't actually fire them in conference championship, you will not be able to replace them unless they go and they're
So
poached
make sure
or go
if you're
somewhere
going to
else.
fire, if you want somebody out of the office, you got to fire them.
That's right.
In conference championship week.
And our offense was unacceptable this year, so he's gone.
Man, that's-
Shane
that's
McShane
tough.
on the other side.
I mean, elite name.
Shane
Come on.
McShane
You
is.
can't.
He
Hey,
is
if you
safe.
want to see
He is
unacceptable
safe.
offense, stay tuned for Chad. He plays in
We're playing a little bit. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Probably will keep his job. Let's go back to playbooks.
Yeah.
I think everybody's excited about the option playbooks. You got so many
Absolutely.
options.
This is Will Sykes' brainchild. He worked so hard on this and did an excellent job, so I can't take any credit.
So
on
when
this.
somebody's playing online against somebody running the Air Force playbook and they're getting
Blame Will
absolutely
Sykes,
toted
yes.
on, we can blame Will Sykes.
No, but they've been working on this as well. A ton of new custom animations that they motion captured, and they've got all kinds of stuff. Obviously, your traditional triple option. You have load option, speed option. You've got QB counter. You've got halfback counter. A bunch of stuff. And then you have the teams that run spread option, right? Or some in the pistol, some in the gun. Teams like Liberty, UNLV.
Yeah, it's the Twitch stream. I got the volume all the way up on my OBS and on the Twitch stream. It's all the way up.
On making those read keys, just like in real life, when you're running inside Veer, you got to read that dude real fast. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, he's running at you at 100 miles an hour. So it's definitely realistic. And again, an example of this is just the starting point. We want to continue to tweak and improve and add. We just had Popka High School come in a couple of weeks ago who kind of gave us some pointers on option. They looked at what we had and they said, this is great. This we could work on. Blocking schemes for this. Rocket toss should be outside the tackle. Things like that. So
you're really getting that realistic look at
Absolutely.
an option. It's not just read options. You got so many different looks. And speaking of different looks, Alabama, Ohio State, Washington, those multiple playbooks, you're going to get kind of a taste of a little bit of everything in those playbooks.
Yeah, so Alabama, Ohio State, perfect examples, a lot there. Northern Illinois as well, which I believe we have something from them. Northern Illinois went through, they had a rough patch at the beginning of the season, and they changed who was calling plays, and they kind of took off last year. Wildcat's a big part of their offense, but also their fly sweep is a big part of their short yardage package. So we kind of expanded the fly sweep suite. For myself, I use it a lot, selfishly, I use that a lot, and I will in my online dynasties, but now you have a lot of runs off of that. So you have split zone off of it.
They on Twitch, man, if you want to go watch it.
Off of fly sweep, and then this is an example like a boot. And this is also an example of a formation that's custom to college, because if you notice, in this example, B, he's off the line of scrimmage, and A and X on the left are on the line of scrimmage. So A is ineligible, but you can move B freely. And so, a lot there with fly sweeps and shotgun. We have it in under center. We have a pistol. But another example of
I saw that, T. Jones.
Show attention to school.
That mess looked fake as all get out, man. Secret Service left his head and body exposed, and they didn't even get him out of there. They just stood there for a while.
Hey man, I remember back in
until he threw up his fist and all of that stuff. Like,
it was like the first time
grazed his ear, but didn't hit nobody else. Several shots went off. That junk seemed fake as all get out.
The term spread is so ubiquitous. There are so many teams that means common, Chad.
Jeez! Hey man, it's been fun.
This is a great example of a play that you're seeing all over spread football, right? LSU used it a lot. USC used it a lot. They'll slide the tight end through, and it becomes pretty much a modern version of the triple option. So if that end crashes, now with our new mechanics, you'll hold A, the quarterback keeps it, and then you're looking to throw or keep it depending on how they react on the perimeter. And another good thing about this is with college rules, you can extend that as long as you want. So as long as the tight end stays behind or at the line of scrimmage, you can throw it to him really late. You don't have to worry about that as much.
Interesting.
I like it.
And again, a reminder that those were just some of the styles. There's many more styles and many more teams with those styles.
I saw Wake Forest was on there. We have their walking mesh. That's also something that we're continuing to
running the walking mesh was so
improve.
Yeah, Kellen. Either way is terrible.
Right, and making sure that that's good. So
if it's faked or even if it's real, it's crazy.
We're really excited and hope to continue adding and refining as we move on through the season.
I know chat is excited because seeing all these playbooks, it's really it's so much fun to see and so cool to see the authenticity. Thomas, appreciate you coming in. It definitely was not duplicitous. That means repetitive. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm here for you.
Thank you.
And when he makes a pitch for me never to come back, please have my back
he sits next to me. So
okay, cool. All right, good.
It's okay.
Just real quick, I got to mention here, Thomas. One of the main reasons why we brought him on from the revamped team. This guy figured out how to make new plays in the old NCAA 14 game. Like just
from that revamped.
It was absolutely amazing to us who had worked on the old game and have been in. I mean, I've been in the industry 24 years now.
You're old, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You are.
I'm
you
absolutely
are
washed.
you
Yes,
are
I could be your father. Yes. But to see Thomas learning how to figure out how to break the game down in that way and add plays, it was such a mind-blowing thing. Just that work. And the work of those guys in revamp.
Yeah, it looked like it hit his ear.
This game alive.
I mean, but he never flinched. He just grabs his ear, goes down, Secret Service covers him up.
No, I don't.
Okay,
He gets up holding his ear, bleeding.
Appreciate you.
Secret Service lady in the front is ducked down. Like, they stand there for a while, and he throws up his fist, and they get him out of there. It's like
I thought I heard TCBY.
multiple shots going off, grazes his ear, but doesn't hit anybody else. No bullets hit anybody.
Sam Houston making the Bahamas Bowl, taking on Butch Jones's Arkansas State. I mean, come on.
It is gonna be fun. I would love to go to this game and also watch it. Yeah, but
I don't think it was real. It looks fake
one-star team
when you watch the video.
I was supposed to win 4. I got 10. I'm having a great year at Sam Houston. Do I want to stay here and build it up, or do I want to look around what's going on? So I'm gonna look at what my offers are here. So we come in and we see, I could be the offensive coordinator at my alma mater, Florida State. That's nice. Or I could go to, be a DC at LSU, because that's one thing I've been building myself up as both an offensive and defensive coach with my skills. So I'm getting some different offers here as well. What I want to do. You also look here. I'm the number one opportunity for North Carolina as an OC, or also Tennessee. I can go there potentially too. You can kind of see where you rank on their list. One thing we tried to do with this is looking at kind of what's going on in the world and trying to keep up with college football. And you're seeing
why there got to be a black dude? That's crazy. I guarantee you it wasn't no black guy. They said they got 2 suspects. I'd be extremely surprised if any of them was black. Black folks don't do stuff like that, especially not to no president, bro. That's crazy.
Do that top level as a coordinator and then try and get my next job there.
But are we going to see Chip Kelly leave UCLA to come be a coordinator at Ohio State? Because that was really cool for me.
These are the sort of things that make us think about how we're going to change the game. We're always reacting to the real world. I think that's one thing that this sport will not stop slowing, and it does not slow down. And you think about when we started, it was a 14 playoff. Now it's a 12 team. You could only transfer one time. Now you can transfer every year. So we had to make these updates throughout the year based on the real world changing.
And the key thing here while we're looking at Ben's offers, right, is we got to remember this is a 4-week process now through the coaching carousel all throughout bowl season. So there's a little bit of game theory here or a domino effect that could take place as other coaches are moving for new jobs, right?
So these are just offered right now.
Right,
So,
these-
but I could change the menu to look at all jobs.
Right, so this is what Ben's been offered in bowl week 1, and if he comes back next week, he may have a new set of offers, or he could have no offers, right, depending on what happens in the carousel and how that shakes out. So he's filtering here down to all openings, looking at head coaches, head coaching jobs that are open currently, and you can see there on the bottom right, we've got top candidates. So we can start to put a little bit of game theory of if one of these coaches were to take that job, if they're offered it and they ultimately accept it, then their job could then be open as an unexpected opening.
I'm pretty sure they got an algorithm in place so you don't get a quarterback with number 77. You know what I'm saying?
So it really is like you're seeing that domino effect of as it's. I think because we think about
Even in past games,
but this is
I've never
a
seen nobody get a
4-week
crazy
process.
number.
You don't have to take some of those first offers. You could wait to see what else comes along, and you might have a head coach opening in week 2 or week 3 of bowl season.
And it's a ripple effect too. Like once this job gets filled, that potentially is going to
Open
open
up a
another
different
job.
job, sure.
Right. So you kind of see that. And actually, I mentioned the Athletic before. I'll mention them again. They had a great article last week about the ripple effect of Nick Saban retiring, opened up Kalen DeBoer moving there, which opened up Jed Fish moving, which just opened up all these different pieces. And same sort of thing is happening here. You will see throughout the course of the carousel new jobs opening up because other ones were filled.
So we're not gonna have you take any jobs. But let's go over to
saying.
console 2. You've got an opening at offensive coordinator. You got to fill that. So this is where you could hire an OC in this first week, or you could wait to see who maybe opens up.
Yeah, I could. So if I go ahead here and I click Hire Coach, right, I can see a curated list of candidates that are there for Texas. And we can see here there's going to be some head coaches, right, like Ben was talking about, that progression path of some head coaches taking those Power 5 coordinator jobs. So we can go through here. We see we have multiple head coaches that we can potentially hire. There's also an offensive coordinator in there. So you can poach from other schools as well. And then occasionally there'll be a free agent coach in there as well. So we can go ahead and view their talent tree.
But that's going to be wild in multi-user leagues of like poaching coaches from another user team possibly.
So no user poaching.
So
quite
it's
yet.
only from
only
the
CPU.
But you both could be targeting a CPU
Exactly.
coach, and they could choose you
Right,
over somebody else.
when we look at this, you'll see there's an interested schools bar there at the very bottom, who I would be competing with when I actually place an offer.
Congrats, good win. Good win in the
Congratulations.
Bahamas Bowl.
Good win. Who won the Bahamas Bowl, everybody?
Bahamas
Who
Bowl.
won the Bahamas Bowl, everybody?
Thank you.
And how was the Bahamas? Was it nice?
I mean, this time of year,
Beautiful.
lovely.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Bowl season? Yeah.
So if we dive in here on one of these coaches, right, we can view their talent tree and we can see their spider graph of where they stack up, and then we can go ahead and see how that would actually play out with our current staff, knowing what we currently have on staff. Right. So we can go ahead and make an offer here. So we'll go to make an offer, and then when we come back the next week, we'll see if that offer was ultimately accepted.
Man, Bahamas Bowl champion. I mean, who could have thought?
This is one of my crowning achievements in my career.
I would think so. Now, the other thing we have to talk about as we work through the offseason is the brand new transfer portal. And this has changed the game of college athletics. This had to be a big lift for you guys.
Bro, I would not be surprised.
You talk about things that weren't there in 14. Transfer portal is not a thing.
You seen the 99?
So rare and so tough.
Wide receiver? It's a wide receiver, though.
Just kind of
I get what y'all saying, but it's, I don't know.
They weren't the biggest thing that you would ever go after.
Yeah, so
Now
if we go
it's a
to
part of your
console
role.
1, you actually have a players leaving
Yes.
tab now. So this is after all the bowls.
Correct. So now we've hit the off season. Players leaving. This is your opportunity to find out who from your team is potentially going to leave. And we've got one player, Gaines here, is thinking about leaving.
Are you okay?
We'll see about
That's
this.
a
I'm not
63
sure if I
overall
want to get rid
defensive
of
tackle?
I mean, but also too with my roster, I might not be able to leave him. He's a freshman also too, so he's got a lot of progression ahead of him. I don't know if I want to lose this guy. I have 8 persuasions in total.
And you got the only one here, so you might as well try
So I'm going to
it.
use it, of course. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to see what I can do. I have coach skills I can earn to try and improve my chances of this player leaving, and those skills are broken down based on his projected round.
Appreciate that, Dallas.
Don't you want to stay a Bearcat with a K?
We're going to see. So we're going to persuade him.
Okay, well, no, he doesn't want to
All
stay.
right, he's out.
The Bahamas trip was not good enough for him.
So-
I wouldn't be surprised if the
all
alleged
transfers
attacker
to Alito, good lord.
ends up being
So
a
if you look at
quote unquote
here,
immigrant.
you can see like there's.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
the
spin it
transfer
like
portal
that, man.
doesn't, treat everyone so nicely,
Sure.
so to say, right? So
Toledo it went 11-1, 11-3, 7-1 in the MAC, and still look at all the
But
transfers.
this could have been because their coach took another job in the coaching carousel.
Interesting.
Right? So remember, as I was firing, my coordinator could impact their coach prestige. If their head coach had a great year, he probably got a bump in prestige. If he took another job elsewhere, that could have negatively impacted their coach prestige at Toledo. All these kids then go to the portal as a result. So
that
really,
is-
really cool ripple effect that takes
all
place.
of a sudden is the the risk you have with firing coaches is you might lose a bunch of guys who were playing for that coach, playing for that prestige. Now all of a sudden you're losing some players because you want to change. So you got to be really methodical with those changes. So if we look at console 1, we got the transfer portal and off-season recruiting.
Yeah.
Is this so there's 4 weeks of this off-season recruiting, so this is where you're going to get into the transfer portal.
Yeah, so what this stage is, we've had the early signing period. So all those kids I had committed going into that early signing period are all with me, locked in. They're good. Their letters of intent are signed. They're not going anywhere. So what I have left to recruit with my remaining scholarships left, so I've got 17 out of my 35 done. I've got all those players here that I can go after. These are my guys that are locked in. What I have to do now is decide with these
Discord?
remaining high school kids, do I want to keep going after them?
Kyle, it's on the channel. Go to the channel and go to channel links. My Discord is there.
Now, I've got my board filled right now at 35, so you're seeing every player is kind of like that. Those lines there telling me I can't add them on. So I can go and drop players from my board to add some more, but you can kind of see what is available here. If we're looking at a quarterback that is interested in me, there's one, Anthony Walker.
There's no way you can tell if he's Mexican.
transferring in from
Hispanics,
Nevada. I
like,
can potentially go after him
a
if I
white
want
person
to,
can be from
Or
Mexico.
take a look at what else is out there. But let me see just in total.
Black
top
people be
transfers
from
this
Mexico.
class.
Shout out to
That's how they're going to spin it.
My guy Avery, we are just talking about him.
Avery Johnson transferring from Kansas State.
Avery leaving Kansas State, Aiden Childs leaving Michigan State. So that's kind of one of the fun things you'll see every year are which names pop up. Tate Rodemaker, former Florida State guy, now looking to make a move again. So it's just kind of fun seeing what is going to happen here in the portal. We're running 2 different dynasties here, so Chad's going to have a different list than mine.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of fun every year to see who's in there. And I can go through and make those decisions of which high school kids I no longer want to pursue to make room to add these prospects to my board, these transfers to my board. And then if I were to do that, you have a limited 4-week window to transfer them. I mistakenly called him Max Hall earlier, the old BYU quarterback, Max Olson from the Athletic.
Sure.
He's their transfer portal guy. We worked with him to understand how the portal works. And he always says, recruiting is a 2-year experience at a high school. It's like a 2-week experience in the transfer world.
Yeah.
So we kind of modeled that here with a very short window to be able to go in.
I hadn't heard anything about creative character from the main menu. Nobody said anything, and I kind of find that a little awkward.
And custom conferences, because that's a big deal. So let's advance this.
I don't think you
to
can
the next
create a
season.
charter the way that they.
Because I think that's something that everybody's.
The fact that nobody's talked about it
multi-user
or
league,
done it.
Being able to adjust the conferences, put everybody into one conference. We know that you can do that, but the custom schedules. That was something I always used to play with, especially back in the day, was changing the schedules. I might pick a bad team, but I want to put those powerhouses on my schedule to try to up my rankings. Back in the day when you just had to be the top of the rankings, there was no playoff.
Correct, yeah, and I mean this is one of those things I think about. We're trendsetters here.
So if we go to console 2, you can see the custom conferences, and this is your ability to change around the conferences and mix and match.
I'm pretty sure we were the first game to ever put in a feature like this way back in the day, and that was because the sport was changing so quickly that we wanted to be able to keep up with that. And also, too, you think about it with our hiatus, it allowed us to stay relevant throughout the course of that time because you can make changes.
Alabama's going to the ACC.
Can we add stuff to the Pac-12 though? They're the ones that are they're struggling right now.
It is the Pac-2. Yeah.
There's no creative player.
We start with the Pac-2 here. If you do, we do have a minimum of.
That's a
4
deal breaker?
conference
Not for me. It ain't. I mean, you can create yourself and
Pac-2
road to
is
glory.
special.
I like playing with myself in Dynasty mode though, so that is a bummer.
You do become the
But I
Pac-4.
mean,
At that point, you
it
have
ain't
four
a
players
deal
below
breaker.
that. But just some things that we've had to do to build these things out, to make those custom conference changes, to even edit rules for the conference as well. So trying to make that customization piece, really try to make it what you want to. A lot of conferences have gone away from having divisions.
Divisions, yeah.
Add them back if you want to.
Yeah, that's cool.
No,
things like that
individual
that really help
player ratings hadn't
make a
dropped
unique experience
for
going forward.
every
Yours
team.
will up a week
You can do
because we
this.
can add Texas to your schedule because we're going to have, I think, on the Sam Houston one, we're going to see how Sam Houston does against a powerhouse in Texas. And this is where I think a lot of people have seen old college football games. They're very familiar with changing the schedules around and adding to it and changing where you play the game and whatnot. So if you go to the custom schedules, this is just a great place to do that and add some players like Texas.
So just when you're starting your league, that initial creation is when you can do the first time of custom conferences. Then every off season, the last stage before the new year, you have an opportunity to make changes again. So just because you didn't do something in year 1 doesn't mean you can't do it in year 20 if you want to. But also every preseason, you have the opportunity here to come in and do custom schedules. In the world of college football, you've got conference schedules that are all locked.
Maybe that'll be the only way to do it is team builder.
So let's switch out, like for example, let's switch out Hawaii and put in Texas.
Yeah, sure. So that's what you can do. You can come in here and take a look. Instead of playing Hawaii, we're going to open this up here and see all the schools that are available for me to play if I want to. I can make this an open date if I wanted to go play in week 0, for example. You can do that. But let's go ahead and see if we can find the old Longhorns here.
There
they are. All right,
Hey,
23.
Texas.
Coming in
Cool.
as 23
Put 'em in.
next year.
And we're going to Texas.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we're gonna get this
there.
battle. We're gonna. Play
You can
this
create
out
a player?
Style, but I know.
I don't know.
Listen, you guys had a great run. Bahamas Bowl. Didn't have any 5-star recruits come to Sam Houston. That's okay. We've actually got a 5-star recruit that's going to come and take the sticks. But before you go, I just want to shake your hand and say thank you.
Firm handshakes
I think
all
for
around.
all the
Firm
college
handshakes.
football
Firm handshakes.
fans out there, we're so excited for this game, and we're so glad that you got to work on it, and I'm so excited just to have the masses get their hands on this coming up Monday and Tuesday. And
So much
play
fun.
this
I
game.
cannot wait to see everybody's reaction when they start playing this game. And I mean, it's just one of the things we've been pinching ourselves every day for the last 3 years coming in and get to work on this and make this game and seeing each step come along the way. Now to see others playing it and see that look of joy on their faces that we've been having this entire time.
Well, I know you can't create recruits, but I was wondering if you can create a
Because we're
player
bringing in a professional
to
We
like
got
add to a team.
Madden Pro player, owner of Civil.gg, and Equal Scumbag. Civil coming in and take the sticks. He's going to take over Sam Houston. Come on.
Yeah, I'm too old to get dragged on
Come
toys
on,
for my
shake-
stick skills.
you
So there we
shake
go.
hands.
Thank you.
Recruiting,
Do
thank
me
you,
well.
brother.
All right, there we go.
Forward to it. We need the other control.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, Sim. Good to see you. Good to see you.
again.
Good to see you. We had dinner yesterday, so I've seen you already. But good to see you for the first time.
So, yeah, thank you for the
Yeah,
pose,
you
by the
take
way.
you can take the main controller.
Thank you.
And
We need-
advance
we need
it.
the other-
We
we
got to
need the
advance it a
other
couple
one.
weeks to Texas.
We need the other one.
Yeah, where's the other controller?
There.
Thank you, sir.
Let's try that one. All right, so we're gonna advance the Texas week. It's
Let's
week
go
2.
ahead. Let's go ahead and advance.
Whoa. Let's all settle down.
We're good.
We didn't mean to sign into anything.
We're good.
Nope.
Just
nope.
next week,
Just
just
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah, just keep
Beautiful,
hitting next week
beautiful.
until you hit Texas. Sid, welcome in. You were one of the people that got to play this game early. How much
Yeah.
fun has it been?
It's been really cool. It is just an experience. Like, it is very fun. It's very collegey. I'll let the Dynasty people handle the Dynasty
You can
stuff.
talk. We'll just chat.
I'm more of a gameplay guy, but no, dude, it's been like, it's just surreal. Like, really, it is. 134 playbooks. You guys were talking about playbooks
What were you,
earlier.
like 6 years old the last time a college football game came out?
14, pretty close though.
Okay, you child. I don't want to talk about. I'm so old. It makes me sad.
How old are you? Hitting 50 soon, yeah?
Okay,
Oh,
that's
get-
hurtful.
Get a little
Can we get
under-
Ben back in here?
Oh.
Help! I've been ganged up on by the children.
How's your back, by the way?
It hurts, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Knees
I
right
hit 30
here.
and we were
Yeah.
done. We were done with that. All right, we got Sam Houston, Texas. You're gonna be doing this old school. This is gonna be couch play, battling it out. You got the Sam Houston Bearcats. What do you know about them? Who's your favorite player?
Am I a fan of
I love the
GTA? Yeah, I like
quarterback. The
GTA.
running back's great. He's very good at running.
Wide receivers catch the ball.
Receivers know how to receive. I mean, it can't.
Oh, bro, this ought to be a blowout in the first quarter.
I might have to check the
You're
depth
gonna.
chart.
You're gonna. No, you don't.
No.
You can pick a playbook.
You're-
I'll let you pick a
you're-
playbook.
you're-
We're
calling-
gonna go to a fun one. We're going to a fun one.
You're calling me a scumbag, and this
Everyone-
guy's first thing he
everyone-
does,
Oh,
he's
I'm a
he's
scumbag too,
changing the
don't you worry.
playbook.
I've had like 6 different EA dudes say, "Hey, he plays like a scumbag." By the way,
Yeah,
It's like
it's
6
a-
different
it's a
dudes, all
universal
different.
thing around here.
Everybody, hey, he plays a scumbag.
At least I've got it.
What's the
at
best
brand,
team to
right?
rebuild? It depends on your definition of a rebuild.
Scumbag brand.
Virginia Tech, Miami.
As we load
Would
in.
be real
Look
good
at Devo.
rebuilds.
Love it.
How's that make you feel? I know you're an Austin, Texas guy right
I
now.
know it looks good. I'm wearing a Texas.
Now, did you guys actually bring in a bowl? And
Who's
stand-
swallowing their microphone? What? What?
We did not. We did
Oh,
not.
okay.
But a fun fact is we did have one of our designers pretend to be some of the animals on some of the runouts, right? So there's pictures out there of him holding a leash, and he's running out pretending to be a dog coming out of the tunnel.
I love that. 10 out of 10.
He's a cool dude.
It's called authenticity.
Shout out Stu Mack.
We hit Texas Memorial Stadium for this early season battle between the defending Bahamas Bowl champion, the Sam Houston State Bearcats with a K, and the disappointing Texas Longhorns.
But get out of here.
I think you kept.
How the heck is Texas
Did ours
disappointing?
leave?
Yeah, what's your quarterback situation?
I don't know what it's looking like.
We're about
here.
to find out.
We're about to find out. So
All right,
I'm in the
Overkick.
red. They're on the kickoff.
Settle
That's
down,
not what we
Overkick.
want. But
Riles, it's got.
that's all right.
Daryl K. Royal Stadium looks just like it does in real life. That is outstanding,
Look at him.
as they should.
Jace
Oh, he's one of
Bauer.
my favorite players. Very fast.
Jace Bauer was a beast.
Very
last-
fast. 85 speed, 89 throw power, can throw it, can run it.
Don't be a Wildcat guy. If I see you pick Wildcat,
I'm not being a
if
Wildcat
I
guy.
see you
bro.
pick
I'm just
Wildcat,
looking-
I kick you out.
I'm
okay?
just looking around, brother. I'm just looking
Guys,
around.
in the chat, I've seen the chat flowing. I apologize. I am absolutely blind and can barely read it from this screen. But who's winning this game? Give me a 1 for Civ and Sam Houston State. Give me a 2 for Texas. Let me know in the chat who you got winning this game. As Jace Bauer runs a little read option. Excuse me. pardon
Terrible
me.
stick
Okay,
skills.
well,
You ran away from the freaking
To
tackle.
be honest with you, we're gonna have to take the quarterback, get him through some wear and tear.
Yep.
Fight through some stuff. I want to say, I think my players already worn and torn from the season.
What?
week
So
is-
that's
Cue
the
the
thing, right?
phenomenon
So,
says
Yeah,
dude is
yeah.
about to get slaughtered. He has a 78 overall team and going against Texas. Sorry, man.
Look, he ran away from the tackle, man.
They'll teach
I'll
you
see
how to
what I
play.
can do.
Right, so you'll see here, right, I'm on my linebacker here. He's already a little bit worn down because we're in week 3 of the season here now.
So there's a little bit of that wear and tear.
The wear and tear is starting to accumulate. There is floors there, right, so you won't see players getting super banged up late in the year and then disappearing. But you will start to see those wear and tear effects take effect over the course of the season.
Hey, what you doing, Jace?
There we
That's
go.
not what I
There
wanted.
we go.
You want to talk about the home field stuff?
Hey, home field is...
Home field's nasty. Like, it is.
It's tough.
I just tried audibling right there. No, did not happen. Okay. So what's tricky about this is not only can I not look at my own play art, half the time my play art's wrong. And I can't, like
So,
you see,
home field's tough?
I can't hot route my tight end right now, my outside wide receiver. It's gonna be some nasty.
Well,
say Madden.
while we, it's not. It's actually not some nasty Madden because
Albuquerque?
it's college football. Nice,
Please go.
nice
Just
scramble.
go. First, let's go.
Good. First down, Jace Bauer. Jace.
Oh my God, this boy terrible on the sticks.
Gameplay on the screen. I think we need to bring in a gameplay expert, no better than the one, the only, the official mole. Welcome to the couch. Good to see you, my friend. What's
going on, man?
Pleasure.
What's up, gang? What's up, Mole?
Man, how exciting is it to be a part of this team and get to see this game come out? 10 years people have been waiting for this.
It's surreal. Like Chad, I grew up also watching Ben Miller on the screen on YouTube, in high school, right, during study hall, watching what the latest features were going to be in online Dynasty. And so to be standing, 15 feet from him getting to talk about this game, it's incredible. So excited.
I think the biggest thing that's people have been talking about is not just the gameplay of this game, but how different it is from that. You made the college football field come to life.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it starts with the speed of the game, right? You see the difference in talent from, the top players, right? Your Donovan Edwards, your Quinn Ewers.
Stadium post max, and this boy still trying to audible.
Just to make me mad, huh?
That
was
hey,
hurtful.
look,
You could have said Quinn Ewers first. but-
3-year win streak. I don't know what it is. I don't pay
Okay.
attention.
I'm leaving.
But,
Hey, I'm done. You can take the rest of the show.
So when you first, get your hand on the sticks, if you're familiar with Madden, you'll notice that college is a faster game, right? Lateral movement, speed, acceleration. It is wide open gameplay, and I think that's what's making it, for me, the biggest adjustment is just seeing all the different types of move, using left stick movement to get into open space. Some players are going to notice right away.
There we go. There we go.
4th and 4. Now, I've seen a lot of people in chat. I've seen a lot of people on social media saying,
No, I hadn't done-
Release the game early. You can actually message Mole on Twitter. He's the one that controls that, so that's really cool.
He's got all
This one is okay?
I hadn't done that yet.
This one's
I hadn't added the new ones yet. I hadn't done those.
He's got all the codes.
He's got codes and can release the game early. Get him.
So here we go. We got some scumbaggery here
Going
for it on 4th down. on
Do
4th
you
down.
know who the punter is?
No, I have no idea what the punter is, who the punter is. I know I can't see half my buttons, and
But
when
who needs to?
when
I
I
don't
look,
know.
my lines are all
This
squiggly.
is tough.
I don't think Siv's ever punted.
Yeah, have you ever punted before?
Not in a while, dude.
Do you know how to do it?
Honestly, I'm not very good at it.
I wonder how many of those guys
Yeet!
Catch it!
No way.
Oh!
that could have been an easy interception.
Good defense.
I wonder how many of like
Good defense.
the
It's Quinn Ewers.
guys, the content creators they have playing the game
He's still here, man.
have like a football background.
Or is it Bordeaux?
Is that
It
Bordeaux
might
out
be
there?
Bordeaux.
I'm
Chat,
praying
is
it's Bordeaux.
Quinn Ewers
I'm
Bordeaux?
praying this is Bordeaux out here.
Is this Bordeaux? I cannot confirm nor deny.
It might be Bordeaux.
Or some seats.
Siv's already going in and doing
So,
substitutions.
We have to, dude.
Well, if you-
We have to. Like, I have to actually.
He's swapping guys out. Mo, if you had to pick like one thing, maybe the most impactful gameplay feature that's in here, what do you think people are going to notice the most? Is it something like the switch stick? Is it those custom shells? Like, what's the biggest thing?
Yeah, well, so the two for me are both on the defensive side. It's going to be covered shells and the switch stick.
Press R2 on PlayStation or right trigger on Xbox. It makes the defender square up so you don't just dive left or right to the side. And you can make a more secure tackle.
This is probably the most revolutionary defensive feature I've experienced in my time playing football video games because this fundamentally changes how you play defense. The switch stick allows you to switch between different defenders.
You got one-on-one and you just...
Sid was talking about trying out that.
Bro, come on, man. What are you doing?
Able to master that early. That
Yeah.
skill gap is going to be huge.
It takes time. Like, I've been doing it for probably like a week now, give or take, and I'm like okay at it, but it's hard. It's hard, but when you get good at it,
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out to them because you just jealous. I'm a little jelly too. You ain't the only one.
Go into practice, start with basic defenses, tamper.
It's all good, man.
Cover 4 drop, and just use the right stick after the ball's been snapped and learn how to switch between different defenders. Because the key part here is, when you're facing the same concepts, right? That classic.
Why?
come on.
Why was wide open?
It's our chance. It's our chance.
Why was wide open?
Weaver! Weaver!
Oh my gosh, the boy was wide open. You hit the wrong
That
receiver.
was the touchdown.
No, it wasn't. The touchdown was wide. You should have threw it right. Oh my God, bruh.
70. Actually,
Are you about to call your offensive line?
Who is
Tebow-
Lays?
Okay, I think
Tebow and Vic, do they play tomorrow or today?
Calling you scumbag.
Thank
Civil
you.
defense.
I appreciate that.
I'd like to
Take it back.
apologize. That was blasphemy. That's crazy.
But yeah, switch stick. I mean, like when you face the same concepts over and over again, it's going to be awesome to be able to switch to different defenders to adjust that.
The double reverse flea flicker.
He's got
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is hard to watch. This is hard to watch.
Thank you for putting that in the game. Thank you for putting it in the game, brother. I appreciate it.
No, they playing on Xbox.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Great recruiting. Great recruiting. Good job, Bearcats with a K. All right, now we got to do it.
That was well done. That was well
Now we
done.
got to do a field goal. This is.
Thank God this is Texas. Nah, it should have been Ohio State, man.
Kicking's just like different on here.
Because they making Texas look like scrubs.
I think was it you?
It's amazing. I've been inside of that stadium, like on the field, and it's cool seeing it in a video game. Like, looks identical.
To get, like, it is not. Some of these plays, these trick plays, people see them, they go, "Oh, that's a one-play touchdown every time." It's actually not because
No,
you need the
definitely
time
not.
to throw it,
Right,
and sometimes those guys aren't even open.
You're not gonna have the time.
Yo, man, they should have been playing with Ohio State, bro. That's crazy.
But,
Yeah.
you know, against the right defense.
And then the other thing is too, and Mo, tell me if I'm wrong, but like the second time.
That's how Georgia gonna do Texas. But at least it's Georgia, not Sam Houston State. You know what I'm saying?
Have you sit there and run double reverse flea flickers all game. So, you know, your AI is going to be smarter after you run at a time. They're going to say, all right, look, you've done this once. We're not going to get fooled again. So it's not something you're going to be able to abuse all game.
I like that. You throw a pick, go right to the ground game. Can't throw a pick.
It's almost like he ain't even holding the sprint button with his running back.
I did have Chad at -9, so I'm not.
That's crazy. Wow.
I wasn't sure what the big, I didn't know what the bigger upset was going to be. Sid with Sam Houston or Chad playing Sid with Texas? Like, I didn't know.
I mean, he just.
I mean, ground and
Bad
like,
news,
you
CJ.
got nothing.
Okay.
Shout out Edgewater High School. There goes little turbo. No, I did not go to high school.
Oh.
I'm not that young, Sid.
I was
Come on
like,
now.
what?
Come on now. Come on, I'm not that young.
I don't know if you guys graduated a couple of classes apart, maybe.
Little turbo
See,
here.
yeah, you see Turbo Tempo.
Sir, you're
Offsides like a mug, and still almost made the
I got
tackle.
a young team. Probably a freshman got in.
That was a freshman.
Yeah,
That was a freshman.
big game, DKR.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
the Texas fans
gotta
are
accept
pumped
it.
for that
Gotta
outside.
accept it.
No, but it was great to see Chad use
One
that
hand
Turbo
gamer,
Tempo.
what's
Like,
up,
there's
man?
risk reward to that. So when you use Turbo, your offense is going to get to the line quicker. They're going to get set faster. The DNs on the defense are going to take longer to get off the line, but you're going to be limited to that formation, right? You're going to have to just call.
I feel good about the gameplay, man.
Kind of the traditional hurry up.
I don't feel good about
Same sweet
what I'm seeing. If you're gonna market a game, don't have people that are terrible at playing the game market the game, because
Sam Houston State off the double reverse flea flicker up 7-0. Don't forget, coming up next, two legends of the college game, Tim Tebow, Michael Vick, one-on-one, live and living color. You're not going to want to miss it.
I mean,
You're
heck,
in the
we might
right
as well
spot
stay
if
here
you're
for
here.
that.
If
Vic
you're
and
not here,
Tebow.
I don't know how you're hearing me, but cool. Come on back. Tim Tebow, Michael Vick coming up next.
that's about in what, 20 minutes?
Oh, one of these like speed, yeah. These motion options, or these are like auto motions.
I know they want casuals to play too, but you know,
Thank you. A little
They not
miscommunication with the
showcasing-
quarterback.
to me it doesn't showcase what the game is capable of.
No.
Okay.
Hey, see if he's even on your.
PlayStation 5.
They didn't leave. We checked the transfer.
Oh, did you?
Nah, he's good.
This ain't Madden though. That's the thing.
I can't get over.
He may have won a Madden event, but college football plays different than Madden.
Playbooks out there. This had been a great joy of his life. How many different playbooks there were working on this?
Oh,
This is so cool.
My favorite part was testing all 1,500 new plays.
Oh, yeah.
That's been the best part of the year. No, it's awesome. You talk about
That's that revamped passing.
We can't knock that
It
out.
actually kind of helped there because it wasn't the inaccurate passes are not going 5 yards over your head anymore.
No, there's different levels of inaccurate passes, right? So even if you're slightly inaccurate, your receiver's still going to be able to make an adjustment to the ball. It can affect whether they have to dive or if they're able to catch in stride, but it also affects their chances of dropping it.
2nd and 4.
Pushing that 3rd inches. Okay.
How you feel about your Bearcats?
I feel like we need better run defense. That's how I feel. But we're playing with a lot of heart, dude. Like I can't
There's
say
a ton of heart.
Like that's heart, but it's an edge.
What are you saying that you have?
Grit.
Clear eyes,
Clear eyes,
and
full
a full
hearts.
heart, and so you can't lose.
We cannot lose.
Actually, you can't lose. Interesting. Is there a full heart meter in this game? Or no clear eyes?
No.
Okay. We'll work on that for next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Quinn Ewers.
Good ball.
Scumbag, nice pass, scumbag.
These dudes
That's
need
what I
to
said.
stick them on their hands.
Well, I mean, it is Texas. Okay.
Hey,
I like the double
Okay.
mug from Civ, though. It's one of my favorites.
oh,
And
no,
CJ,
no,
see that
no,
move,
no.
CJ?
I like this.
Are you guys getting tired? Or that turbo's got to
No,
be tough on you.
no.
No, his players apparently just don't get tired.
Uh-oh.
Oh, got on the
Quinn?
pocket.
Quinn's got wheels?
No, you can't do that.
Do I want to face you? At some point, man, I'll play.
Is that legal?
Buddy plays like a
When the game come out, I'm getting my rebuilding stuff off the ground because once school starts and I'm teaching and coaching, I'm not going to have a lot of time on my hands. So I want to make sure the content for the channel is up and
You're
running.
able to get over and cover the drag and then get down on the quarterback.
I was about to have a highlight.
Yeah, I mean, talk about being able to.
Stickley, I'm right there, man. I'm going straight to. I'm not going to hop straight into a game. That's crazy. Get into practice, get used to the controls and stuff.
Oh, got him.
There it
Too
is.
easy.
Greatly
Celebrate
seven,
on.
velocity.
7, we need
Okay,
something.
did celebrate on.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Feeling
so
sweat?
yeah, you had a legitimate drive. I've had a we'll call it.
No, it was-
Semi-legitimate drive?
it was
Semi.
legitimate.
A drive is
Yeah.
one
Semi.
play. That's not even a drive. It's a parking
Still a
spot.
touchdown.
Parking spot.
All right.
Let's
Riles.
see the heart of the Bearcats.
Oh,
Oh,
one shake.
what a juke move to not even get to the 20-yard
No,
line.
no. Still look
What a
good.
juke move
Still
to-
look good. Still
to
look
not
good.
even get to the 20-yard line.
Just call the fair catch, man. Come on. Come on, dude. Oh,
Don't.
Well, hey, it's football.
What did we do? Had a little
It's
Are you the
DIY.
Wildcat?
Let
Are you the
him-
Wildcat?
Like,
We
it's
got a little
football, it's not-
DIY. What do we got?
It ain't
DIY?
nothing, bro. It ain't no DIY.
Oh,
all
we got a
right,
hold.
cheating.
hold.
That's what you get.
I mean, what are we
Got a hold,
doing?
got a hold.
I've had 2
No,
flags
no
on
discipline.
me.
89, come on.
What are you? Nice.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Good
Wildcats
call.
and flea flickers. That's Civ's offense.
Yeah, we got.
That's.
We're out.
You've been playing with Sykes too much.
Where was this when we played the other day? Like,
Was he not running this when you guys
no,
played?
not at all.
We'll talk a little about the defensive coverage bluffs and shell adjustments.
Yeah, so we have different coverage shells based on kind of the formation you come out in. So you can do everything from cover 0 to cover 6.
Heck
One
yeah.
of my personal favorites is you come on that cover 0 look.
We can't be audible and on the road at DKR,
Can't do it.
man.
This home field's nasty, dude. This home field's nasty. Trying to make hot routes. It's 1st and 24, dude.
The New Zealand hack won't work. That's why it's available Monday at 3 o'clock.
Don't. This is
PM
the
and
time
stuff.
where there's a flea flicker, I think. I also love that the old school hot route master. Now you have that full suite of options as a quarterback to adjust the play and make these plays look what you want.
Yep, just give you the full route tree, right? Everyone loves their posts and corners, so why not have it?
Gotta get down.
And those custom stems, I mean, especially as you're behind the sticks, like some people are going to be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar kind of functionality as if anyone's familiar with smart routing, except this time we're giving you full control of how you want to extend or shorten your routes on any given play. So if you want to take that 5-yard in, turn it into 10, 15, 20 yards, you can do that. You can even shorten that corner out, maybe go some old school quick slants to the outside, a little throwback to,
Oh, we missed it.
By the way, shout out to
Oh, Bauer.
Stephen Andrew says, "Man, I've never looked more forward to a game in my life. It's been 10 plus years coming." That's got to be the stuff, working here at EA that you love to see. That just the excitement and the anticipation people have had.
It's been awesome. It's probably been the most fun I've had on social media in the last month. Like last month has been the most fun I've ever had.
Only YouTubers I seen with good gameplay was Eric Rayweather and
early to mid 30s. They got
not the
kids, they
expert.
haven't played video games in years. Hit me up like, hey, I bought my PS5, I bought my Xbox, I'm coming back, right? I'm coming back. Where's my code? Right? That's what they
punting?
get.
Yeah.
We have to,
We're
dude.
punting?
I can't go.
Sim,
for
you
it.
know how to punt.
I can't go
Punting.
for it here, dude.
Look at that
Look
meter.
punt meter,
It's a
dude.
fake.
You think I could throw a pass here? We had one open receiver and we sailed him.
Yeah, one-handed gamer's been on the channel for a while, man. I remember watching your videos and stuff like that. Like, yeah,
We have a punter without a leg.
Here we go.
Come on.
I didn't know you was in the sports games.
Here we go.
Yeah, pursuit
There
angles.
we go.
You got
There
pursuit
we go.
angles. Okay.
It's worth noting
That's
on the new
dope.
kick meter too. If you go too far, right? If you go
Yeah.
full power, you are going to take a power hit and a little bit of accuracy. So you got to be careful not to go all the way to the end of the meter.
By the way, speaking of the Twitch chat, I saw someone called Big Sweaty Cheese wondering what playbook I'm in. I'm in Arizona, by the
Why
way.
are you looking up to the sky?
I don't know. Where's the camera? I'm like,
That's right, it's under the
Oh,
TV.
dude, it's my first time here, bro. I'm trying. I thought it was like up higher.
He's like,
I thought it was
look, God.
I'm in the
What playbook am I
Zona playbook.
using?
Good tackles.
Nah, this ain't Vic and Tebow. They don't start till 7.
Are there Aussie-style punters and plays?
Don't think so. No. No Aussie style.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah, that would be.
Iggy says, I quit my job for this game. Mole, please release the game. So if you could go to Iggy quit his job.
Jeez. That's
That's crazy.
I saw him late.
That's crazy work, bro. Texas is finna lose to Sam Houston State.
We'll just sell.
All because of
This
stick
is what
skills.
I love about online Dynasty. When I get to be like the Sam Houstons and beat my boys who are Texas, like it's gonna.
He's
be
going to shake his hand. Now he's going, yeah.
No, dog. Let him play computer. Let him play with Sam Houston State against computers, because computer will play better than the dude on the stick right now. That's crazy work. That's crazy to me.
My program.
He's the booster. He's the NIL guy.
Booster. Appreciate ya.
Everyone needs to film that.
You can play the deluxe on the 15th at like 4 o'clock Eastern.
Shout out to my guy
Yeah, so
USA
this-
at Warhawk.
Ooh. Yeah, so that's what happens if you.
Okay, yo, Oorah, what the? Bro throwing like neck into cover? Hurtful, and lies, kind of.
Oh, my mom's in. Hi, mom.
If I wore blackout Ohio State jerseys, would my crowd theme turn to all black instead of red?
No. The crowd things will trigger based on different weeks in Dynasty mode, right? Is it a game of the week? Is it a night game? Is it a homecoming week? That's what will trigger the crowd stripe outs.
Oh, you're running out of time. You should make a hot row.
Back to the ground and pound. That's the bread and butter right now.
CJ's done well.
For those who don't know Molk, I don't know how much it's been talked about. Do you want to talk about like the 5 seconds hot route thing with the false start?
Yeah, I mean, so we all know everyone likes to hot route 15 times after they've called a play, pretty much change the whole play. But to kind of simulate that last second, trying to get everyone on the same page, you do have a chance to trigger a false start if you're trying to hurry up and get all these last second hot routes under 5-6 seconds. You could have a chance of getting a false start. So you gotta be confident in your play call. Gotta trust your routes, get those adjustments done early, and not try to confuse your lineman at the last second.
If I faked it, that'd be real scumbag behavior.
New punt formation here, the shield punt.
Who's excited for the
Go
new
block.
punt formations? Come on, guys. Where am I special?
There's a lot of leagues out there are going to be pretty excited for that one.
All right, boys, we're actually in a good spot.
You are, thanks to my
Are we
passing.
able to hype up the crowd in the new game?
Yeah,
Yes.
on defense,
The
yes.
old
On
school?
defense, yes.
The
I
old
have
school, let's
been
go.
doing that. I have been doing that, yeah.
I gotta say, Chad, I love seeing the stadium pulse in the upper right. Like, it's such a
Yeah.
nostalgia hit that I love.
The stadium pulse
Super
is
fun
awesome,
also.
right? A nice throwback to 06,
Oh.
DIY.
DIY did not work.
Yo, shout
Talk
out
about-
Will Sykes, DIY reverses.
Well, talk about what the DIY. We were saying DIY, but what does DIY mean and what is it?
Do it yourself reverse. So these are new plays to College Football 25 where we're going to
Seven-year-old
give you the
little
control.
brother.
If you want to decide to hand it off to your receiver in the motion or not, right? So you could take like a halfback direct. You could just run it right up the middle, or you have a guy swinging behind you. You hit
Yeah,
that
the trick
L1,
plays are
L2
dope.
button, and you'll be able to hand it off. Once you meet him at that point. So it just gives you control and it allows you to kind of fool your opponent. You can either keep it or hand it off.
Dynamic crowd's gonna have some schools empty. I love that touch in the game where, the dynamic crowds. Well, based on whether you're winning or you might see your crowd start emptying out in that third quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure.
First.
When the
Go,
Gophers
go.
start 0-3,
Oh,
I'm sure it'll be exciting going and playing there because that'll happen.
Okay. Some of these wide formations are super cool too. Like if you look at, I don't know how much this has been shown, but like how far the receivers get out all the way to the left.
And one thing to note too, we've also adjusted our coach cam. We've widened it a little bit, so now you can see all the receivers on the field, so you kind of know what the alignment looks like, where the defenders are lined up. I'm a big fan of wide bunch. That's been my offense for a while. Ooh.
Please,
Oh,
he's
it's a hit.
He's holding it. Mine.
Oh,
Mine.
that's a click on.
That's just a user catch right there. I mean,
Oh,
that's
well
a
done.
play.
Hey Bauer, if you're out there watching this, brother, I need a little bit more under. I need a little bit more under that one. Just a little.
You're gonna start messaging Jace Bauer. Like, hey man,
Hey, dude, like,
play with you in the
you're-
game.
You're playing great, but a little bit
Need
more.
to get in the weight room.
It's tough. I can't. Let's do the old-fashioned. Oh, I wonder which one's my actual play.
Bluff play? Are you bluffing the play?
Yes. Oh, throw it away. Be smart. That's the worst route combo ever.
Trips tight end. It's classic.
Rowdy Man says they're an upset brewing. Shout out to the Bearcats.
Shout out Bearcats. Shoot.
Can't hear him. They can't hear him.
It was nice I can actually like make hot routes now.
There it is.
Oh, look on the play. Look on the play.
Was it 3rd and 10? Okay. Actually. We have a play for this. Oh, I can't see.
Do you have a play?
Oh, there.
Corner out.
Good user.
Good user. Thank
I
God
saw
he
it the
dropped
whole
it.
way.
Great user. Need a house call. Need that house call ability right there.
Saw
Oh,
2 drops in a row. One on offense, one on
Oh, look at the
defense.
meter.
Oh
Look
my
at the
Lord.
meter.
That's crazy. I mean, that ain't gonna really trip nobody up.
Oh, you were complaining about the kicking.
Yes,
You're barely the best.
How nervous were you?
I had to
on that
spend an
kick?
hour practicing it. Great kicker, great kicker. Thank you.
Oh, definitely.
2 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the game.
No, my favorite team is Texas and Oregon are my favorite teams. I'm just playing with SMU for my rebuild. This is hard to watch. SMU would be more believable than Texas getting beat 17-7 at home against Sam
The
Houston.
comeback was on. And if you're Sam, you can say you won with Sam Houston State.
Catching a user rush, bull rush. Oh no.
Switch it. Okay. And that's going to wrap up our game here. Gentlemen, first of all, Chad, thank you so much for hanging out this whole time, talking through recruiting and all that. Civ, I mean, good job.
Appreciate it.
Ben, you want to come and give one more handshake?
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you want to give one more handshake? Good job.
Thank you.
And Mole, always a pleasure hanging out with you, talking gameplay. We hope you guys out there who are Dynasty fans enjoyed this deepest of deep dives. And
I enjoyed the deep dive. I didn't enjoy the freaking
but what I'm more
crap
looking for
game
is
that was just on.
We've got 2 of the greats of the college football landscape.
Tebo and Vic
head-to-head.
started
College
10.
football
I mean, at 8.
Tim Tebow, Michael Vick, one-on-one. Don't go
It should be on the same channel, so. All right, while we waiting on that, this is retarded. Like, you got, why would you, you know how bad you got to suck at the game to lose with a better team? A significantly better team. Not like kind of close in the same ballpark. No, night and day different team. You get beat by Texas. That's crazy. I mean, beat by Sam Houston State. That's crazy work. Earl Poindexter could have did a better job on the sticks. That's who they had a Poindexter on the sticks. I don't know if he let them win on purpose because this is Dynasty, but dog, if I get on the stick, I'm not finna show no mercy. I'm finna try to beat you. I don't care if it's your Dynasty. Ain't nobody hating, man. What you talking about? No, the guy that was playing with Texas was the I thought that was the younger guy. Passing meter, the passing meter gonna be important too. Dude, this is crazy, man. No, awkward quietness because I was reading on Twitter, man. There was an attempt on the president at one of his rallies. Twitter blowing up about it. At first, my Twitter feed was full of college football. Now it was full of that. That's crazy. And at first, I was like, man, because, you know, I'm a type person, man. I don't believe everything I see. Because if you understand how stuff work in this country, then you know that they will harm their own people for their good. Like, they don't care about us, the American people, the middle class working men and women of this country. They do not care. And yes, they will sacrifice some of us for their own agenda. So when I see certain stuff, I don't just jump to be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Somebody did lose their life. They said that they got the shooter, like killed him. I don't know. And my first thing was like, okay, you seen it hit his ear, or he grabbed his ear. Dude didn't even flinch. And then Secret Service, like, they took their time getting him up out of there, and they still left him exposed. So I was like, that's crazy. I was thinking it was staged. And it could very well be, because people say, oh, no, somebody in the audience got killed. That don't mean that it's real. You don't think they would do that to make it look real? Not saying that it ain't. Either way, real or fake, that's messed up. Bro, if all of us in here united over a video game. Yeah, I know that he did. I just said that. All of us in here united over a video game. Politics, it is insane. I'm going to tell y'all what's so stupid about the American people, us, myself included, because I'm American, is that we are divided Democrat and Republican. And they not divided. They get in public and act like they divided. Two wings of the same bird. Who is the head of the bird? Left wing, right wing. Where's the head? We ain't seeing the head. We too busy arguing over left and right ring. It's crazy. It is stupid. It's political game. Just like Bloods and Crips. It's political Bloods and Crips, bro. That's all it is. And American people are the ones in the middle. We sitting here arguing with each other when neither Democrat or Republican care about the actual American people. Tell me what has either party done for the American people. My life hasn't changed from Obama being in office to George Bush being in office to Trump being in office to Biden being in office. It ain't changed. But I tell you what has changed. Me going to the grocery store trying to feed my family, and these companies, even though inflation is down 3%, the prices, these money hungry companies are refusing to lower their prices. We paying for that. So I'm gonna be honest, bro. You can say Trump. You can say Biden. I don't give a rat's butt about either one of them, because these politicians ain't doing nothing for you. They're not doing anything for me. The people that are most affected are the millionaires and billionaires that own these companies and corporations, these lobbyists. Those are the ones that are affected, because they the ones paying to get these laws changed in their favor, while we suffer as the American people. I hate to get serious, but if you've ever been in my streams, it happens sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So you could be pro-Trump, that's fine. You can be pro-Biden, that's fine. DM gaming, I'm neither Republican or Democrat, because both of them full of you know what. Both of them full of it. And if you siding with, oh, I'm all Republican, forget the Democrats. If you are a middle-class American and you are siding with either Democrat or Republican, you're delusional, because they don't care about you, the middle class. They don't. They don't care about you as the middle class. You're the slave labor of the country, the middle class. You're a literal slave. Think back in slavery. You might say, I'm not a slave. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let me tell you how. Think back in slavery. A slave could not go to another plantation without what? Documentation from the slave master. Guess what that's called? You cannot go out of the country without documentation showing that you are the property of what? The United States of America, your slave master. If you put a cow in a small fence, he feels confined. If you put him in the open field, he's still in a fence, but he's able to have an illusion of freedom. Thus, he can, quote unquote, free roam, but he is not free to go. Free to roam, but not free to go. We all slaves, man. So we shouldn't be arguing with each other over politics when we're not each other's enemy. The media and these politicians are the real enemies. And it's crazy, because we got the power to change. Everybody in the world, everybody in the United States right now could literally say, hey, for 3 days, we're not going to buy Starbucks coffee. I guarantee you Starbucks would change their prices immediately. Why? Because in 3 days, if nobody drank Starbucks, they'd go out of business. They'd lose so much money. But nobody has the mindset, the collective mindset to come together to say, hey, let's do this. We complaining about food prices. Heck, let's come together and stop buying groceries for 2-3 days. I understand people got to eat. But if ain't nobody buying groceries, somebody got to change their prices. If ain't nobody getting gas, somebody got to change their prices. But everybody, I got to go to work. Got to pay bills. We're stuck in a cycle, man. We stuck in a cycle. That Trump image, dog, I'm telling you, you're going to see that plastered all over social media for the next year. It's going to be in textbooks. It's crazy that, man, First of all, you got to be a crazy, dumb person to attempt to take the life of a former president. That is retarded at its finest. And then I see people, protect Trump, protect Biden, or protect Trump, protect Elon Musk. Man, protect the middle class. Protect everybody. But I bet you what's not going to come up, the discussion about guns. And then they talking about, where's Biden? Why hasn't Biden said anything? Obama put out a statement, and I commented on Plute's stuff. I'm like, y'all sitting here call this man Sleepy Joe Biden. First of all, Joe Biden don't even run his own Twitter account. Y'all call him Sleepy Joe and then complain when he responds slowly. Me personally, I'd want to get all the facts before I make a statement. I don't know, man. I thought Vic and Tebow was playing at 8. They said stay tuned, and them cats ain't even playing yet. MMG and Donovan Williams player was crazy and very competitive. I heard Donovan Edwards' game was real good. I'm sorry to get like that, y'all, man. It's just if y'all can sit here and watch me stream and I got some positive insight on stuff, I feel like it'd be a disservice not to share that. And anybody that's been on the channel for years, y'all know when I do live streams, sometimes things get a little serious. Love each other, man. Don't let that Democrat, Republican bullcrap tear you apart. People can be best friends and then you find out, oh, he a Trump supporter. He got to be racist. I don't like him. I don't like immigrants. Like, that's crazy. I'm going to tell you how crazy it is. Trump's wife is an immigrant. Do y'all really think this dude give a dang about immigrants? When the companies that he owns, that's building buildings and stuff like that, guess who's building them? Immigrants. These rich white folks don't care about him. He's playing to his base because he know his base is caring about immigrants. Interesting fact. If I say illegal immigration, first thing people are going to think are Mexicans. Do you know who's the largest group of immigrants coming into the country? Africans. People from Venezuela, from South America. But you hear immigrant and you automatically think Mexican. Why? Because the media also plays a role in all of this. It's crazy, bro. Crimes happen all day. The American people don't bat a freaking eye, but you attach immigrant to it and all of a sudden everybody care. We so full of it in America. We are not the greatest country. While we may be a good country, a decent country, we used to be a great country. People used to love America. The American dream is not for the American people, and it is just that, a dream. You wake up to reality to find out you a slave to the system. Tell me I'm lying. We not number one in the nation. In the world, man. We not. It's an illusion. It's other countries with better health care, with better foods. How is it that you can gorge yourself on pasta and pizza over here and gain weight, develop diabetes from it, but you can go over to Italy, where the food originates from, and they lose weight eating the same amount of food? Stuff in our food that's banned in other countries. Why? Because the people that are in charge feel they fill their pockets to say, hey, push this through. Let us have this. You know what I'm saying? It's all a bunch of BS, man. I take that personally too, because my wife and her family, they're from Mexico. They're from Mexico. Does that mean they're bad people? No. They're legal. They're from Mexico though. And real talk, if y'all know my story, man, it was a time when my own family didn't even take me in, that her mom did. So I take offense to that when people start talking about immigrants and this and that, looking down on immigrants. Wasn't this country founded on immigrants? But they say history repeat themselves. So what they're afraid of is the same way that Christopher Columbus did. Well, Christopher Columbus didn't even set foot in America, but the immigrants come over here, committed complete genocide of people who were already here, and then claimed it as a country and shut up the borders. And now they want to say, oh no, we don't want immigrants. But the immigrants they're showing are the brown people. They're not showing the white. They're not talking about the white immigrants that come into this country. They're not talking about the Asian immigrants that come into this country. And they don't make it easier for immigrants to become legal in this country. They make it harder. I know, because we've gone through the process of legalization. It has gotten harder. I'm not telling you from thought. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know from experience. When we went through the process, it was really easy. Trump got elected. It got harder. You can't just say, oh, I want to come to the United States. It's dang near impossible. If you ain't married to an American citizen or your child is an American citizen who's in the military, if you're coming from Mexico, it's impossible to become legal. It's impossible to have a visa unless a company gets you one. That's how they've made it. But the majority of people that's coming over the border, they're not even Mexican. Go look it up. Oh, man, that's my little rant, man. Come on, Tebow. Let's get some more football going, man. That stuff is depressing. Let's escape reality. Canada not bad either. And the truth is, a bunch of them that's coming up, guys, they're not even coming to the U.S. They trying to go into Canada.
These last couple hours,
What we got,
had a lot
man?
of fun diving into the Dynasty mode. But I know there are a lot of people out there. I've seen the chat roll, and you guys are here for one thing and one thing only, and it's a marquee matchup. Joining us now, man needs no introduction. You may know him from Fox Sports.
I love y'all, man. Love each other, man. Love on your loved ones.
As one of the most electrifying players in football history is none other than Michael Vick. Michael, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
I'm curious before we hop into the game, when you were back in college, how did you get your chance to play a lot of the old school NCAA football when you were in Blacksburg?
Yeah, it was something that we anticipated. We was waiting on that game to come out, especially when I was on the game. When I guess my first year, must have been my second year, just knowing that, like that's me on the video game. And every year after that, freshman, sophomore, junior year.
Yeah, man.
To my junior year, but knowing that you was gonna be on that college.
Love each other, man. Love yourself.
For a long time, that was really cool. So we anticipated.
Vic looked lean. He been lean. Was he ever chubby or something?
You look at the landscape of college football, how much it's changed over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about transfer portal, you're talking about NIL deals, you're talking about the players actually being into the game. That's got to be a wild thing to take a step back and realize how much it's changed over 20 years.
I wonder how fast Vic can still run. I bet he can still run about a 4.5.
But that's just the natural progression in life. Everything is supposed to continue to move forward, continue to get better. I expected the college football game to be in the state.
Astro, you crazy for that one.
Where, it could always be. And it's better for the players.
Yeah. Madden 04, yeah, man. I remember Christmas, man. My mom bought me. I felt bad. My parents had got me Madden 03. And then my uncle bought me the newest Madden, which was Madden 04. And my mom, I told him, I said, it's fine. I'll play both of them because they different, which they were different. But I felt bad because my parents didn't have the money to buy the newest one.
We got the new uniform.
I felt so bad,
the
man.
new ones are in there as we take a look. We just flipped
Let me maximize this, y'all.
Like memories.
To, I think it's right here.
Big head in the way. We can't see his helmet.
These are the new home uniforms.
There we go.
Okay.
And then we got the new away uniforms as well.
Them ain't new, dog. They say 2023. That's last
That's
year.
kind of cool. And I'm a big fan of white shoes, man. So
That's last year's.
Make us wear the black shoes. He said it looked a little more, more intimidating, but white is clean, make you look fast.
Vic made people quit playing the game. That cat was a cheat code in the game.
Yeah. I could have rocked that.
You could rock that.
I
Would
could
have
have rocked that
been
with
good
the
now?
number 7. That would have looked crazy.
Well, I'm actually gonna pass the sticks off to you. I want you to get just a little taste of play. We're gonna put you in those 2023 unis.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the other uniform. Don't put them in the 23, man.
With this one, we've actually set it up. Commonwealth class. What do you remember?
Them
of
jokes
the uniform?
ugly.
It was
Put the
tough
new
back then.
uniform.
I mean, what I remember about it, I won two years back to back. It was no way. UVA didn't recruit me. No shade to UVA. It's 25.
Well, okay, we can throw a little shade, just a little bit. That's fine.
Nah, man, that man said no shade. You trying to make him throw shade.
A passion to get back.
As we load in,
By any means necessary.
I want to get your reaction just to how
Tebow late, Jack.
Blacksburg, because you talk about one of the great college environments. I mean, talk to me your memories about coming out of the tunnel. That crowd was rocking every night.
Hold on, so they kept the number pattern on the 2024 jerseys? Because the numbers got the same, rock-like pattern on it, which I like it.
Brian Randall and Tyrod Taylor, my brother.
That junk looked dope, man. That looked so good.
Out that tunnel.
My boy excited at the game, ain't he? God dang.
Up in the stands, 60,000 people, and playing in high school and only seeing, 2,000, every weekend. And then it was like my dedication, my hard work that I put in during the week was to make those fans happy and give them something to cheer about, get them up off their feet. So that was always the primary focus.
To kick things
Let's
off
get it.
in Blacksburg.
I get a little warm up before 10.
Well, yeah,
I get a
listen, we
little
want to give you a
warm-up.
little time.
Yeah,
Get
I
you feel
mean,
for the game. We won't tell Tim that you got to practice.
Yeah,
on it a
don't
little
tell
bit.
Tim that.
Look
Tim
at
should have
last
been on
year.
time, man.
Last meeting this past year?
Yeah, that's last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough out
Yeah.
there. Tough out there for the
It's tough out
Cavaliers.
there. It's tough out there for the
Virginia, who's talking about a rebuild with Virginia, though? I know Vitek, but I hadn't heard anybody say anything about Virginia.
Try to get as close to our offense as I possibly can. There you go.
A full wide set.
Drones.
There we go. Got him.
Ah, nice, baby. You got some players.
Breaking some tackles. I don't know if you know anything about rolling out of the pocket.
Tebow late,
I
man.
feel like you did that once or
Yeah,
twice.
you know what, man? That was part of my.
In the repertoire.
Yeah, that was part of my regime or what I brought to the table on a consistent basis.
Let me just quell the chat. I see a lot of people talking. Tim Tebow is on his way. He's coming.
He late, though.
We're just giving Vic a
Oh,
little
nice
time
play.
on the
That's a nice
sticks.
break on the ball. Yeah, we just debuting the uniforms. And
We gotta give sure VT some love. I mean, back
gotta
in the
give
day,
VT some love, man. We coming back strong this year.
man. I'll say this.
Had a good year last year.
I mean, Virginia Tech has always been one of those places you never wanted to go and have to play in Blacksburg.
No, you don't. You really don't, man, because it's a hostile environment, and even the opposing team.
The brother on time and Tebow on CPT time. Oh, man.
Oh man,
You can't get in the way.
are you talking to your tackle at that point? Like, bro, you gotta.
Oh yeah, I'm
you gotta
definitely
move.
talking to my tackle.
You just hurt, man. Who is this Poindexter right here, man?
Gotta see some agility from
I
you.
mean, is it a matchup that you can't handle? If so, I let coach know.
Ooh, a little slip screen.
That's running back.
You can't run. You can't run in front of your blocks, though, Vic.
He's a really good player for us last year. He's playing play some defense.
One of the big things in college football is this home field advantage. Did you, like, as a college athlete, like
They already got Virginia Tech's new uniforms in the
how much
game.
of an effect did that
Remember, they released them on Twitter before Virginia Tech actually got a chance to
The home field
announce them.
advantage, it's a real thing. It's always about momentum, I think, in football. So, and I think it starts with the defense. Whenever we got the ball first to start the game,
He ain't used to running behind blockers.
we always went 3 and out.
No kidding. Okay.
And that energy from the crowd and them getting, turned on and being in, being into the game, it was, that's what got me going. And that's what gave me my energy. And that's what college football is all about. I feel like whenever you walk into that stadium at home and that crowd is vexed and
Coming
loud,
out of that
man,
tunnel, the crowd's going
yeah,
crazy.
It's hard for quarterbacks because we got to channel our energy, and we can't get too, caught up.
Dog, the Twitch chat is low. I got the volume all the way up.
Make throws under pressure and stay composed. But college football,
I get excited and talk loud sometimes.
It's as fun as it gets. I actually just saw our man Tim Tebow just walked in. We're getting him mic'd up, so we're going to step away for just a second, get him mic'd up, get him ready to go. When we come back, the marquee matchup. Vic's going to get a couple more plays in. I swear it wasn't that many plays. We're not getting too
Tim, it
prepped out
wasn't even
here.
a quarter, baby. It wasn't even a quarter.
We're going to step away for just a second.
Nah, you ain't gotta apologize. He should have been there on
Tim Tebow,
time.
Michael Vick, 101.
Yes,
Don't go
sir.
anywhere.
Tebow should have been there on time, dog. How'd a brother show up before you do? That's crazy. I'm sure he had a good reason. Is Cal a good rebuild team? It depends on your definition of a rebuild. Cal ain't bad. They in the ACC, so they're in a Power 4 conference. They got a big enough stadium to get you into like the top toughest places to play. Oh yeah, definitely here for Vic, man. Definitely here for my boy Vic. Whoo, shoot. Nah, he there. They getting him mic'd up and stuff. Did your question go through? What question? Did it go through where? I ain't seen nothing in the chat. And Stanford too. Remember Stanford and the ACC? Both of them got a long way for every road game. They going across the country. Like, that's crazy. I mean, Stanford got the money for it. I don't know about Cal. There we go.
This is as good as it gets. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. Welcome on back to College Football 25 Game Day Showcase. Nick Mazesco. We got Michael Vick on the couch. Joining us now, Florida Gators legend. Might have won a national championship. I don't know. I'm just a sad Ohio State fan who watched that Florida team beat me. It is none other than Tim Tebow. Tim, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
How cool is this, seeing the college football game back? 10 years it's been since college football was. Actually, I've got something for you. I don't know if you remember this one.
Oh, I do remember this.
I forgot all about that too.
That is so sweet.
That was the time.
That was
the
fun.
moment.
Well, I'll tell you, it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to play this game. I'm so excited for it. It's also an honor to be with Mike. He's just, I don't think he has any idea how many times I went outside and grabbed a football and pretended I was him.
No doubt.
I think we all did that.
I gotta say, I don't think you have any idea how much I was rooting for you in the national championship against that other team, and I can't even say their
Hey,
name.
Tebow, but did you support him? Did you support him about them dogs though?
That I've never seen a quarterback.
That's crazy. What I asked was, how do you like the gameplay? You might have it wrong.
Hey,
What you want to play? National championship?
We going just straight to it?
I may have the wrong one-handed gamer. I like the gameplay. I know it was another guy on the channel that used to be subscribed, and that was his name, One-Handed Gamer. And he, ever since he was younger, had been playing games with one hand. He's got a YouTube channel too.
Let's go to the swamp first. We bring VT in the swamp.
Play with the black unis, dog. Florida got the black unis. Play with the black unis.
There we go. Yeah. And then why don't we go down to time and flip that to an 8. Let's do a night game in the swamp.
Let's do a night game in the swamp.
Night game in the swamp. There we go. You ready?
Yes,
We're going
sir.
to advance the game. Let's get this bad boy underway.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What?
I love it. This is awesome.
It's cool, man.
Cool. This is really
And now
cool.
I want you just to take in,
The
Tim. I
lefty
want you to
legend,
take in the
man, the
swamp.
lefty legend.
I mean,
That's you. That's you.
No, that's you.
Okay, see, that's one. Got the black unis. Yes, sir.
Okay, is that a real thing when
It's
y'all come out?
100%. It looks
The
so
game?
real.
Wow.
We walk out, we touch the gator head, and we walk out, we hit the sign, and it's a surreal feeling. And I know Blacksburg.
How come he got home field because he was late? Because Vic know he finna put in work. He ain't worried about it.
They little niche.
I'm not gonna lie. Just hearing the bands again in the game.
Oh,
is
man, it
awesome.
just-
How
It's
cool is
just
that?
so sweet.
It's kind of hard for me to go to college football games because it almost like walking in. It almost I get touched by it because that little moment in time meant a lot to me. So I was playing college football, man. It was like a dream come true. I dreamt of playing in the NFL, but playing college football.
I don't know. I hadn't seen his channel in a while.
Well, that's one of the worst decisions we've ever made.
This was like early during Dragon Ball days. They're all black for Florida, man. Every team needs an all black uni. I don't care.
Old school.
Go argue with your mama. Every team need an all black
How do you
uni.
know this is real? we almost don't have the camera angle to watch these guys. They got gamer pose ready to go. So these guys are ready.
Because they competitive. Now shut up.
Yeah, you get to screen peek a little bit.
I get the screen peek.
Empty backfield.
I have it. I loved empty.
Hey,
You gotta
Tim.
go to it. Yes.
With
What-
former
what-
Wisconsin Badger Graham Mertz at the helm at Florida. Play clock down to 3. Mertz back to pass. Corner route.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Team Tebow knows where to
Nice.
find those corner routes. The commitment jerseys, too. Those are tough.
Them jokers are tough. I will agree with him on that.
Quote me in a little bit.
It's been a minute.
It's been a little
It's
bit.
been a
been a
while,
minute.
bro. It's been
I
a
mean-
minute.
I look at
Yes.
it's been a minute and you're coming out empty. Like,
I
it's
can't
like,
even-
you didn't even find out. Let's
Actually,
go.
surprising. Most people aren't aware, but empty is actually one.
Oh,
of
here we go.
Empty is actually one of the easiest ways to see a
Oh,
defense,
yeah,
in my
spread 'em
opinion.
out.
Spread them out and you see
See the
it.
field.
You said Tebow might actually be a gamer, then he gets
I think
sacked.
there are a lot of people like that. Empty's a little intimidating. 'cause
Now,
got so
if
many
you know
options.
football, you
We
can
said
play a
that there's
football
players that
game
beat
so long
us
as
out.
you know the controls, because the reads are the exact same that you would make in real life.
Mertz right up the seam.
Oh, come on.
Oh! Picked off goal the other way.
I'll be
Not
honest,
quite.
I
That was
actually,
swamp.
I actually thought I caught it.
completed it.
I thought he caught it too.
Virginia Tech defense.
Come on, 1-5.
This year.
Oh, look at the stunned crowd. You never like to see the surrender Cobra this early.
Not at home.
Why all the women in this game got big forehead? Oh, that boy forehead.
That was-
Oh, I wish I could pause it. It was a dude in the stands with a 4-head, boy, a 5-head.
What Vic has on offense.
I'm just grateful he's not the quarterback.
No kidding. No kidding. Back in the day, he was a game breaker.
Let's see what we got.
There you go. Look at the
That
stadium
place
pulse.
is
It's
rowdy.
rocking.
Let's go.
Hey, bro, we got a flag early. Delay game, crazy.
Game.
It was tough getting the call in from the coaches. It was loud.
I'm going to decline it. You're just
No,
figuring
no,
out
go ahead.
What a
the
gentleman.
No, go ahead. Yeah, next game.
Next game is when
This
it's
our
all bets
warm-up.
are off.
I'm just,
This our warm up.
we're both trying to figure out what place we're picking.
Exactly. Here we go.
Golly.
Drones.
Swamp shaking.
It really is.
Quick throw to the flat. Got him. Oh, ball's out.
Oh,
yo.
It rolls out of bounds. Big hit.
Gross. You heard the sound effects?
Yeah.
Okay. In the swamp.
Vic ain't a gamer like he used to be. I will say this is their first time playing the game. There is an adjustment, dude. I don't care. There is an adjustment.
Nothing like a night game in the swamp.
That's awesome.
Even for Tebow, it's an adjustment. If they ain't played 14 or if they didn't play since before then, but it's like, because you can't, I mean, Madden will get you kind of ready
really
for
feel
it.
like you believe it.
Yeah.
The fans don't look good. They look good in the cutscenes, but they really don't. But that's the thing, like, you don't got too many close-ups of the fans.
Nobody got out of there
So,
in one piece.
Nice play.
Slip screen.
Oh man, I like the way they move.
Yeah.
The game feels fast, right?
It feels fast.
Yeah.
It definitely
Feels
feels
fast.
fast.
Yeah, the team did such a great job at getting that college football field where everything is just a little faster, a little quicker. It's still a little bit of an adjustment for me actually seeing the names of the players on the field. 'Cause back in the day, you just
awesome.
had numbers.
That's
It was
right.
QB 15.
Look at that wide hash. Some hash is so wide, all you gotta do is throw outs and stop routes all day.
And now you got teams like Tennessee lining up almost sideline to sideline. How do you
yeah,
stop
no doubt.
something like that?
Very
You gotta
careful.
get fast on defense. You gotta just have speed.
Over the middle.
What
Oh!
did I just do?
I don't know. That's lucky that one was picked. I thought I was getting that one.
almost a pick.
Michael getting cooked. It's 0-0, man.
I would not want to be an opposing quarterback.
Does the CPR for
With that
conference
stadium
upgrade?
This rocking. You can't even hear
I
yourself,
don't know.
let alone call out hot routes.
Already better than the other game.
Back to pass, rolling right.
He was open.
Right, he's got him.
Come on, where's my stick skills?
15, 10, 5.
Oh, man. I don't know how he broke that tackle right there.
The Hokies silent the home
Hokies
crowd.
on the road. On the road.
Breaking tackles and breaking hearts.
That was beautiful. Good job, Lex.
Yeah, they did say you can use the directional stick, the left stick, to direct your pass.
Fine 7-0
See
early.
VT, I get them push-ups in, baby. That's 7. You gonna do like 56 something.
Vic better learn how to kick, because he just didn't kick. He didn't put no power on that kick.
On my defense.
Look, he don't know how to kick. They didn't tell him how to kick the football. He's sitting there watching them, and they ain't even telling him how to kick. Vic, once you push X, you gotta hold it, man. You gotta hold the A button or whatever button. You gotta hold it. Let the meter fill up. I just told him, y'all. I got him.
Plenty of time. It's one of those deep breath huddles. Everybody take a deep breath. We're fine.
So no commentary.
I just feel people at home. There's commentary in the game.
Oh, it's commentary.
There
oh,
is. Nice throw.
Nice.
So you've got 2 commentary teams. You can
Little
choose.
RPO
One is,
action right there.
Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Oh, really?
And one is Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock.
They're all awesome.
All great. I mean, so. Alice, we went hurry up on this play.
Yeah, I don't.
He can't hear me. Oh, dang. I was hoping he could. One Hand Gamer, you got a bunch of people in the chat right now,
Good
man.
blocking left
You
side.
got a bunch of people to play with, dog. Drop your gamer tag. Let people follow you and stuff.
Try this 46 defense. Old school Bears defense.
Don't line up in no 4-6, 46.
46 anymore.
He running the spread. Them black uniforms is.
What
Is
was your
dope.
favorite place to play, Mike, in college?
I used to love to go to West Virginia.
Not bad.
Morgantown.
Morgantown.
Oh my goodness, I have a lot
Yeah, 12
options.
12 different hot routes on the buttons, and then you
Are you
got
kidding me?
couple- yeah.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
It's insane.
You finna get a delay of game, buddy.
Hang on, I can't do all that right in a second.
Oh, good D. We do got a good defensive line right now.
What about you, Tim? What was your favorite place to go outside?
Yeah, I got a Discord. Look on the link. Look on the YouTube page. Go to the links, and it's on there.
And one of the place that
Just got it back up and running.
ridiculously passionate.
Let me guess.
Yeah, 4-6 Bears in there,
Yes, they
dog.
are. It's really
That Bear front. I also got a playbook
no. I was gonna say
series on the channel where we break down that 4-6 Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toss it to X. There you go.
Tough
Let's
throw,
go.
swat it away.
Give him a shot. You got to give him a shot, man.
Valley.
LSU.
Did you ever play Death Valley at night? I mean, that's gotta
That's
be
a game.
unbelievable.
That's a game. That is a game.
Oh, ain't no rush, Burns. It's all good, big
Fire
dog.
up chips. Shout out to Central Michigan. Fire up chips.
He got hit on the throw.
NC
You
State.
come out early?
I did not. I stayed
You
off.
stayed on 4
Yeah.
years. Wow. I wish I'd have stayed on 4.
Nah, Vic, you came out at the right time, dog. Because you took the NFL by storm. Wow.
Oh, good click. Good click.
That's a user catch right there.
Let's go.
Hey, Brown. He was right there.
That hurry up offense.
Trey Wilson.
4-6 is deadly against any run offense.
I think he's gonna have a great season.
I got some pretty good quarterbacks over there, too.
All right,
We
end
got
of
a
one.
really- Graham is really underrated.
Yeah.
DJ Lagway came
DJ
in.
Lagway.
He's gonna be really good.
We got ourselves a ball game, 7-0. Hokies on top. Joining us now, the man, the myth, the legend,
DM Gaming.
is none other than OG Scott O'Gallagher.
O'Gallagher.
What's up?
Good to see you.
Two legends right
see
here.
you, man.
Good to see it.
Like the shoes.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Gotta throw back to the Mamba.
Man, how long did you wait for this day?
Long time. Long time.
How many of y'all knew that O'Gallagher played? I think he played college basketball.
Obviously, we go through COVID, and there's a lot of guys, Chad, Ben, other guys that just held it down for so long, just on 14. So it's great. Then you get these two guys in here.
Yeah,
It just makes everything.
It's unbelievable.
It's awesome.
Little red
I
zone
knew that was
action.
coming. Get off the
Oh, the
ball.
fumble touchdown, Gators! See, back in the day, when Tim was there, you used to defend
All the
against.
way down.
Yeah.
You had Chris Lee pass the ball. You had Tebow coming in, run the ball. Like you had no way to defend that red zone offense.
He played at Old Dominion. His daughter balling out. She
Oh,
balling.
no. That shame.
Yep. It's fine.
So you don't hit it all the way
No,
at the
so
end.
That's middle.
Go right to the
Thanks for
middle.
letting me know.
Tap and hold. Tap and hold.
Don't worry, you're gonna get it on the kickoff.
No, good talk. Good talk, guys.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Oh,
Now
you
you
gotta-
tell me.
yeah, you gotta-
I
you gotta hold it
feel
to
you.
the top.
Scott, no, I don't want to hear it now, bro.
Tebow, he trying to tell your ass how to kick the damn ball,
I'm
bro.
a USC fan. I got no.
Dang.
Nothing in this race right now. Yeah, no dog in the game.
Up there trying to tell him how to kick, and he told him to be quiet. Why you shanking your kicks, dog?
That's player.
Okay.
That's a good strategy.
The Poindexter on the couch should have told them why he's sitting there watching them not kick the ball right.
With the commentary teams, right? Two different commentary teams. You got the big game commentary team we talked about. So, which is great for the guys and everybody watching this live. Is
I
the
like
stream.
how fast it plays.
Man, I
Nice.
like the speed of the game.
Nice. That was a big emphasis for us too. It's funny you guys.
Be a YouTuber, big dog. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Explosive. Like that was.
Be consistent and be yourself.
Yep.
Like, oh,
So there's a lot of depth. I think it's easy to get into, and then we've got like coverage shows that you guys can get into. You can show one,
I
you
know,
can show
I'm
two.
gonna have to.
Man,
That's,
I think
it's
you'll
too
love
early.
that.
There's a
I know.
lot. Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
I don't want to
I
put that
might
on you as
not,
you just started.
Got him tackles. It's a first down.
The merch is coming, dog. We working on that.
Yeah, I'm always
Little
impressed.
cut stick.
Every time I look at it, the depth in this game, all the stuff you can do. I mean, talk about
Poindexter, man,
10 years
that
before
it
I
hit
how much more
and it
talent
caught
this game
flames
has.
immediately.
I don't know where to start. The first thing,
I'm just throwing the ball. I'm trying to figure out your strategy.
I know me and Mike were talking about earlier, even before we got in, was our new wear and tear system, right? And so it's just this constant, just changing.
Now, if y'all, man, hit me up on on Twitter, man. DM me on Twitter. Y'all got questions about YouTube? Like I'm more than happy to get tell you the stuff that I know.
Showing whatever body part that you have.
But at the end of the day, if you're doing YouTube,
so it's like if you get rolled up on, and
you need to
in real life,
be consistent. That don't mean upload every day. Just be consistent in your uploads, consistent in who you are, and be yourself. Let your personality come through come through the channel.
3, make it a 4th and 9.
Find you. You know what I'm saying?
Was obviously one of the greatest. Mike's our bow.
Did I answer your bare-faced
okay.
question? What was your
That's what it
bare-faced
is. Like
question?
you go back to 2004.
At the bottom, so where they're standing, you see that circle? That's those pips that they're talking
Right
about.
on the left side, right over here. Yep.
So you'll see it when you come out, you'll see it on your quarterback underneath them.
And it only shows like, hey, whatever. So you could have a bad elbow and a bad ankle. It's just going to show the worst. Like
No, I didn't see a bare-faced question. What you talking about?
And then that would mean, hey,
Deal with my gamer tag. We can play later.
So you see at the bottom on the left side of Graham
So
Mertz.
you want to play Blitz Zero on me? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
I'm just trying to get my defense ready for the future.
Hey, how in that something do you give it or keep it?
Oh yeah, so
hand it
now,
off.
now we. Okay, I love that you went here. So as we were thinking about this mechanic, we always felt like
The
it was
person
backwards.
bare-faced Yeti.
Right, in real life, you're holding it with the assumption to give it to him until the read key comes, and then you're pulling.
Right.
And years.
Oh, okay, that ain't for me.
prior to
All
years
right,
back
I'm
in 13,
tripping.
It was the opposite. You're like, oh, now I need to hand it off. So if you don't touch anything, you'll just hand the ball off.
Whereas
So
if you're holding it, you'll
and
keep
if you
it.
want to keep it,
Tap it. It's an action button
Tap.
now. Yep.
Two
Tap.
guy, yeah, we heard, man. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yep.
To keep it.
Yep. Or if you're in an RPO situation, you see that bubble, just press the icon of the receiver, and you can throw it.
I haven't seen I don't know where people are saying formation subs aren't in the game.
Make the read.
Yeah.
Because you literally got subs. I mean, oh man, you got to square up, big. Oh,
holes in the defense. Come on now, I'm trying to.
A big change here too, as you guys probably noticed, especially I know you guys playing Madden.
see, you literally got substitution right there on the screen.
So like you see,
So you technically you do got formation subs. You can just sub them right there. You also have packages
Again, really playing to the
in your offensive and defensive play call screen. So technically you do have formation subs. You just don't. It might not say formation sub, but you still have it.
And then once you get it, everybody
It's a wide field. The field
No
is
doubt.
80 yards wide.
So you can see right here in the formation, see how it's highlighted yellow with 52? It's like, okay, something's banged up on him.
He's taking a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, where is that again?
Yeah, sure.
So somebody hold left
Barefaced
trigger,
Yeti ass sweet
and then
spot
press
for
down
quarter
on the right
time.
stick. Press down on the right stick now. There you go. So on this one, you can see, I don't know which one is getting string, but it can
They're
say
both.
right here,
Both.
right? So you got
Yeah.
you got your left hand, so slightly banged up.
Okay.
And so like for linemen, that's going to hit blocking, pass blocking.
Back to pass and
Yep.
swing route.
Oh,
Nice
nice
spin
move. I felt that coming too. Some told me not to dive.
We talked about it a month ago. The spin move is
Right.
back here in college football.
Without
spin
question,
move is sweet.
spin move is definitely done.
It's a great move, though.
Yeah.
You saying be quiet for a second. OG was explaining something. OG was just explaining to him wear and tear and how to look at it through the coaching menu. Okay? Don't come in my chat trying to tell me to be quiet. You can hit the portal, Jack. That ain't how we do it around here.
No, I like
Yeah,
how you
so-
can execute. You can actually execute the spin move. It's just, I don't know, something about this game just feels real fluid right now.
Nice.
Graham Mertz,
Got the
underneath,
drag
drag out, got him, beat him.
My Twitter is on the links. If you go to the links on the channel, all my stuff is there.
So he started.
Yeah, he was a freshman last year and had a
Freshman?
really good season, and now
I
coming
think I
back.
remember
All right,
watching
so-
it.
You asked too a question,
you're
Kyle.
going for two.
I'm not. He already picked his defense. I'm gonna just kick it.
Kyle, you ain't
So it
asking no
goes,
question.
so
What you
tap,
talking
I
about?
mean, you're going to hit it and then let go. As soon as you hit it in the middle, it's going to fill up and then just let it go.
Yeah, dude, go ahead. I don't
In the
care.
middle and hold A until that meter
Let go.
fills up.
You'll probably get
Yeah,
it.
y'all can put y'all chats. Y'all can put y'all's channels in the chats for people to check out. I don't care about that. Just don't spam it.
That meter.
For power.
Just let it go.
Okay.
And just don't hit the red because the red means it's an over.
Subs are different than having formation subs. Oh, yeah, formation subs.
We do that more on the online.
Essentially, it's the same thing. You can sub. You can go to the formation you want and sub in a
We're
player,
talking
sub
about
them
early,
in and
especially with
out.
wear and tear.
And then you got packages where they do essentially formation subs.
You can
They
still
just
have
streamlined
hits,
it.
But it really stops
Well,
more or
high
less
stepping.
the exploitative play that people have done, running quarterbacks 30 times in a game.
Say that again. Hey,
The wear and tear. Hey,
I
you're the
ran
exception.
30
Hey,
times.
wait a
Wait a
second.
second.
You're the exception.
Don't
You're the exception.
trip.
You're not the rule.
I
You
loved
know,
it.
but yeah.
I love when I kick around 30
No,
times
yeah,
a game.
I
I
hear
feel
it.
like
I
that
hear
last
That's
10.
what got you going.
Yes, it did.
That's
And
what
we
got
got guys,
you going.
we have like the workhorse ability. Like Ollie Gordon is somebody that has that.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
he ran for like
absolutely,
1700.
absolutely.
So his wear and tear, all the different.
Oh,
Do I have TT? What's that?
Tebow.
Jones,
Okay.
Bring in the Debo.
come on.
I didn't ask Tim. Why did you go with the blacks? Clean.
Well, I wanted him to go with the whites. He was talking about sweet
yeah,
there.
okay.
So I was going to go
Yeah,
opposite.
because when I go
'cause-
home, I'm going with the orange.
TikTok. Why not just say TikTok, man? Who says TT? Yeah, I got a TikTok. I don't do gaming on there though.
I gotta go.
That's why I don't put it on there.
Workhorse ability. Those guys, they can take. You know, we really wanted to separate really true big old school feature backs.
That boy said T. Did you got TT?
Oh, good cut. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. Out of bounds
There
at
we
the
go.
7. Stops the clock.
Sometimes you gotta hit a guy late. So
Close enough to the sideline.
sometimes you gotta hit him late to let him know you there. It's not going right.
And obviously, we went into all the different playbooks and Thomas.
I can already tell. That was one of my first things to start and go through. I love that because it's also more of what I love and
Oh, good
Off
that block,
angle,
baby.
got him.
Oh.
Touchdown.
Yep.
Oh, how much time left?
Oh, you got like
In the
10
second half.
seconds in the half.
I'm gonna go for
13.
it too.
Yeah, no doubt.
I know. I get
That's a big
nervous.
score.
Always as a player, I get nervous if you're up 19-7 because now you're 2 plays away.
Oh,
from
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Bad
Especially here at that
I like it.
21-7
Yep.
mark.
I'd rather be aggressive early and know what you have to get late.
All right. I respect it.
Oh,
Cover that.
defense.
Good
He
dig.
got off that block.
Boy came off that edge kind
aggressive,
of.
right?
Came off that edge kind of.
Realistic
That's
quarter
another
length
part
by
of it, too.
6
Like
minutes.
before, you could throw it 50 times, but if you're getting hit after the play, it's
I wouldn't play nothing over
Right,
6 minutes.
Yes,
Right.
you just
You
figure
do,
that
you
out.
put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
So the hit stick on this one
Same.
is same
Same.
up.
Save that flick up
But
there.
it's flick down is you
Cut.
dive.
Cut. Yep.
Feel it.
You playing 12-minute quarters, dog? Oh man.
I was able to, when you hit some of those hit sticks, it feels like in this game they're really impactful.
It
You actually the
actually
wear and tear.
feels-
Yeah, 6 minutes across all game mode.
I really like that.
Maybe roll to glory. You can go more since it's only you. You only
Early
controlling
when
you.
play it, I was like, oh man,
I
this
gotta
is
test
hard,
it.
you know. But the game is so fluid; it's explosive. It's like in
I
the
don't
ending.
Run the clock
It
out.
doesn't feel hard.
Nice.
It feels
7 minutes
it
is what
feels
you
really
played?
fun. Like very.
It's
It
gonna
was
be a lot of
great when
excitement.
Donovan Edwards was in here, not in here earlier, but he was playing MMG, and that thing went
What a game.
7-7 twice, 2 games in a row.
2 games in a row, they were tied
basically
going
into
forth.
overtime. So
Yeah.
it's great that you've seen some high-scoring
Some good
games,
ones.
defensive games.
This game plays nothing like Madden. That's a crazy statement.
You got good height. Just get a little. Got to get the 190.
And as we
But
spoke before,
go
this
to
is
that
going to
next
be
level.
halftime is your biggest wear and
Team
tear.
fit quick.
He gonna be playing one game a day. Yeah.
By the way, chat, I see you out there. If you got questions, throw them in the chat. I'm watching through it. I saw.
Yeah, give us some
somebody-
questions.
Zach said, "Is turbo still the same like Madden?"
It just feels fast. I don't even know if it's turbo. Yeah.
Still same button, still the right trigger.
I think it
Right
feels a
trigger?
lot
Yeah.
faster and honestly more fluid to play than.
I haven't even been
It's
in
really
open
fun.
field enough to even feel like it, to use my turbo.
Wick
Nice,
asking, will
good.
they use generic coaches? Yeah, it's generic coaches in the game.
There it is.
There you go.
Got it.
That's
Ah,
the
you
only
held it too
thing
long.
that at the top, there's
It's
a
a big
chance
drive
that
right
it's-
here.
Oh, he took it out. Get it.
You got the whole week off. I do too, man. Till we
How
start school.
Realistic is kind of like strip and some of the unique things in the game. Like, you know, if you're going for the strip.
12 accelerated clock is like
always
8
the
minutes.
tackle.
Yep, all have been tuned. All those have been tuned. So it's probably on the lower
Yeah,
side.
they playing on Xbox.
But yeah, no, definitely. Obviously more like on a fumble. I mean, on a hit stick would potentially cause more fumbles, especially on the timing.
Let's
I just
go.
wanted to do that just to do it.
They ain't getting no blockers,
Get that
man.
cue fired up a
I
little
wanted
bit.
just go.
And Tim, the big one too is like what we did with weather. Like throwing a wet football, as you know, like is literally a fundamental component of it. So it's like really
Absolutely.
hard. The meter's changing, like accuracy drops.
Bro, you got to read the field.
Everything
That's really-
goes up.
Okay, I was wondering how they do that. How they reflect wet balls in the game.
What
Pause.
was it like playing at
He says the throwing meter. It affects the throwing meter, which is cool.
Oh man, that was a deep sigh.
We enjoyed playing at Doak Campbell. We enjoyed that because we enjoyed giving them a nice little.
Oh, got it.
Hold up. Hold on. The thing is, the buttons don't pop up. I got to.
Oh, that's part of playing in the home. That's
Part of playing on the road, buddy.
So the home field advantage is that
Take
you're-
away some of those buttons.
And so we have the
gotcha.
top 25 places to play.
Wet balls
We've done it
will do
for
that, yes, sir.
134, But like if you're like in the swamp or you're in one of these top echelon places, it's like communication.
So basically-
your back is against the wall.
So basically, you got to remember.
So we got to
Everybody's
next
on the
game.
field.
Next game we
Yes.
got to put him at.
Yeah, so we'll flip flop. We'll
No,
bounce
no,
it up.
no. I mean, that's good to know.
Pause. Snoop, you the one said it, man. How you gonna say pause and you the one said it?
So like you got to,
You literally the one says wet balls will do
We also
that.
have an ability in here. I don't know. God, it's probably really limited. I should know more. I know Ewers has it. It's a field general ability, so it kind of shows like little, like you'll see twos around the safeties. They will say, "Hey, this is the cut. This is the two-man, two-eye shell."
We talking
One-eye
football.
shell.
You
This
being
guy's
a
coming
pervert.
free, if you're within the down and
A
distances.
lot of features.
Yeah, there's a lot here.
Warhawk had a good question. Why did the corner have a flame under him? The flame and the.
Because he on
He was
fire.
covered, He was the read guy.
Stop that.
I didn't see
That
him.
inside zone.
Yeah.
It was the hot and cold
D,
players.
hold fort.
We got first and goal.
If you want to go two.
We
backs in the
talking about
backfield on
practice,
this,
man.
Can you do that?
Yeah, if it's in the playbook, you should be able
The
to.
split twins, yeah, the split twins got two backs in the backfield.
Yeah.
That's a tight end right now.
Am I doing a dynasty for followers?
Formation subs.
Not out the gate, I'm not. I gotta see how much time. I plan on doing it eventually.
Ooh, Captain.
Bruh.
Oh my!
But out the gate, I'm getting my rebuilds up and running for the channel.
Nobody in the middle.
Once and if I don't have time, I'm not gonna do it because I coaching. Football season finna start and I'll be teaching in 2. Oh, time gonna be tight. I ain't gonna be uploading every
He
day.
was down for
I
one.
want to see what we're doing.
I'll have to really develop a upload schedule for like the rebuilds and stuff like
Sweet,
that.
man.
First of all,
I'm a fan of what you're doing right now,
First of
bro.
all,
I'm a fan of
Probably
what
like
you're doing right now.
Wednesdays,
his offense, and he got
Friday mornings, Saturdays,
got a lot.
and Sundays.
Virginia Tech got
Monday and Tuesday gonna be out the question because
Pistol full house.
get out of practice so late. Thursdays will be out the question. JV football, middle school football. Friday evenings, afternoon and evenings will be out the question because of football.
I need to know.
Time will just change for me. I won't be available to upload every day.
He got to have at least 100 plays to choose from. Now, keep in mind, he's
So
a
that's an
quarterback.
overkick.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
he might sneak it
Oh,
in.
nope, just hit the post.
Yep.
Wow, I have some issues right now with my
No,
kicking.
you're good. It's but
It's
once
kicking's
you
tough.
get it, it becomes pretty easy. You're right there now.
Yeah,
There it
perfect.
is. That's
There you go.
Man, this is really fun. Can I say thank you?
College dudes gonna be in camp.
For real. It's awesome. It's fun to have it back, especially for people.
Favorite college football team? Texas and Oregon.
Awesome. But
I actually got 2 favorite
there's
teams.
a different level of passion for this game, and to have the.
Thank you.
Fill it in.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah.
It's been great, especially you two in particular. Not because you're
Oh, no
here.
doubt.
Reggie was another one. Like you look back, like, hey, we need to really replicate them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With mechanics and things like that was a big. How do we go ahead and achieve that? And I think we made one heck of a step.
Mine?
And so you're seeing all
All
the.
right, I mean this in the best way.
You can have one. Who do you
feel like was more explosive in college? You or Reggie?
Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter Warwick was another one. That you look at.
Peter
like-
Warwick made a lot of people miss, but I don't think he
Yes.
had the same speed that they did.
No, yeah, absolutely.
And I love
Yeah.
Peter Warwick's incredible.
Reggie,
Incredible.
Because Reggie was explosive too, man. Like
Yeah.
Reggie, when it seemed like
I
every
love
time he
that
touched
dude.
the ball like that, Reggie had to average at least 10 yards to carry.
But let's be honest, you said you for a reason.
Yeah, I know.
You
But
love
I
it.
got to think I had the ball in my hands every
The
play.
problem is when you
The acceleration is amazing.
Yeah. Hey, Tim. The problem is when you bring him up internally. It's what he was in 04.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
like we
that,
need to
Landon.
build something
I'm gonna
bring
go
the
to it
game
after this
back.
game
It's like,
over
no,
with.
we're not- No, we need to be able to create him like on the left stick.
A game changer both figuratively and literally.
Yes, yes,
Change
absolutely.
these games.
There's just no doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up, man?
The ball.
There you go.
What's up, man?
Yep. So again, that hit matters. Like, and then there's a
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So if like you would have hit his arm,
take a
right, and his
toll.
arms are like now his catching traffic will take a hit, but you set him out a couple plays, he'll recoup
You
over
need to
time.
score fast.
So these guys have come out of the third, or come out of halftime. So now, for the most part, they should be somewhat healthy.
Two in the backfield, 3 wide set. Runs her over the right tackle. Big
That
first
boy's
down.
like,
He's hitting out there.
Hey, I'm blown away by just the way the game is moving right now. Just the controls.
Oh, good play.
What's your question?
You got it.
Tim, how accurate's the environment? I know you kind of said a little bit. Is it?
It's really cool. I think the intro is.
I like to look into the sideline. That's dope. It was in 14, but it just looked better here, of course. Not double coverage. You asking for that to get picked, Vic.
Get there. This angle may be a little. No. Okay. There we go. So you saw the fire icon, some composure. Now team composure on this, probably depending on what ability he has. Everybody's just up.
Yo, I'm gonna go look at the uniform video right where they're posted after this game over.
I really like the formations. I like that there's condensed formations too with it.
Yeah.
You know?
The emojis on the sidelines that the coach is holding up.
If you play with
The
like
plays.
Tennessee or Oklahoma, the wide splits that
Oh,
are dang near by
Or
the
your
grad
sideline,
assistants.
it's
I can't wait
to
to see
that
that.
level.
Shoot. Well, you're gonna have to be on your A game on defense to.
Honestly, it's
My tips on the algorithm, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just upload.
Yeah, I know the play.
I try to be consistent with my uploads, and by that don't necessarily mean uploading every day.
Plumbing and crew.
It's just upload regularly, at least
I can't believe it.
once a week. Like you need a regular upload schedule.
I'm just saying. I'm making it work over here,
And-
but I'm just saying.
And bring yourself to your videos. Bring your personality to your videos.
So you can hit a post flick up if you want to hit a
Whatever makes you, bring that to your content.
I think, yeah.
And make decent
Quarter
thumbnails.
second to post.
Sometimes simple is better when it comes to thumbnails. Some people do too much.
Open over there.
How is he that wide open?
Graham Mertz dealing right now.
Mercy.
So that 0 through 9 route tree is all available to you.
I love
Go
it.
in there and
if,
just say,
if they
hey.
get
Are we doing a 24-hour stream of college football? Heck no, man. I gotta get my rest. That's
A
crazy.
little bit.
Absolutely, home field advantage.
About 20 years ago, I probably could have did 24-hour stream.
Yeah, that
I
early.
tried to hot rod it a couple
Yeah,
times.
you can't hear. And then lower it later in the clock, like you keep doing it, there's a higher chance for a false start because your lineman, there's just so much going on, right?
Yeah.
So, sorry, you were gonna say something.
No, I was. Go get him. Time to come after him.
Kyle, I don't need $1 million to quit my job. Realistically, if I can make like 5,000 a month from YouTube, I could do YouTube full time.
He showed that blitz and then he
That
quick
was a
sprinted
bluff.
off to the flat.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was a
bluff.
bluff.
Added quite a bit too. The Bang 8 is now in there too.
The
As
Bang-
another,
I got the Bang
Thank you.
8.
Texas ran,
This is
yeah.
arguably my
That's your
favorite route in college.
Really?
Yes, we ran
Who
it
was,
a
who was-
lot.
Who was your guy you probably
that-
targeted more in college? Like, who was
Oh,
your main
man,
receiver? Was it Percy? You
I
played
was
with
so-
Percy, right?
Oh, Percy.
Nah, ain't no young buck no more,
We're
man.
talking about
One of
explosive
the best
players.
who've ever done it.
Yeah.
Riley Cooper, Lewis Murphy.
That's right. You was with Coop. I had Coop in Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, if a game catches my attention, I'll stay up late and play that mess. But 24 hours is crazy. The damage you do to your body is insane doing that.
I mean, you seen more.
Even if I was young, if I knew what I knew now when I was young, I wouldn't. I've stayed up for 24 hours before. I wouldn't do that mess no more, man.
A deep ball all day. Second team.
Am I religious? I'm spiritual. I'll say that. Long story short,
That's when I was running with the tools.
religion is man-made.
Oh, that
Good. Well played. Well
Come
played.
on, baby. Let me get
King
that.
at 52?
Kick a 52-yarder.
No. I'm going
The
for it.
question I have for you guys, especially in your guys' development, go back to high school and you're entering college. How much was 7-on-7s?
It was big.
Were they as big as
Well, not
I would even say like 4,000 a month. I could do YouTube full time for that.
You could, as far as
If
identifying.
I got to make more than what I'm making on my job. That's basically, you know what I'm
To
saying.
be able to see coverage.
Teaching, since I got my degree, I'll be
We
making
did it a lot.
like 52,000 a year with coaching. So come out to like 3,000 something after taxes, maybe. You know,
Yeah, I wish I could have did more of that.
that's why I say 5.
Back when I
Yeah.
was coming up, I felt like I probably would have came into college a little more ready to play.
Sure.
How old am I? 30, 36. I'll be 37 this year. I don't look like it though. If you saw me, you wouldn't think I
It's
was.
just something that's as simple as
that
middle
old.
field open, middle field closed, and just say, hey, it's 1 or 3 or it's 2 or 4, like at that level. Like,
and just knowing your system after that.
10,000 a month from YouTube, bro. If I make 10K a month from YouTube, man, that's gonna be crazy. One day. My goal is for this time next year that I'll be in a position on YouTube that I can go full time if I wanted to.
They clean it up with the no huddle, but then it's also it's a simplified. But it's
Yeah,
easier way
down
to-
here too, Burns. 5K after taxes, heck yeah. 5K's after taxes, I'm living good. Cause we don't live off much, man. We ain't like high class like that.
We can get to Blacksburg.
That's what I like about me and my wife, man. It don't take much to make us happy and comfortable. You know what I'm
You
saying?
guys see now.
My
the
prime days are
development
over.
Of offenses, like from where
Depending on what you determine by prime. If you're talking physicality, getting out there running sprints, probably. But mentally, my prime never ends.
Run oriented. I feel like
Cause I'm steady learning, steady growing.
you know, as I got into the NFL and my coaches started to go to college teams to see what they was doing, we started implementing.
Music teacher? Nah, I teach
kinda
Spanish
got a glimpse
actually.
of what college teams was doing.
And I coach varsity football, varsity basketball, and varsity track.
And they just, you know, Tim, the offenses they was running, they was wide. I mean, they was spread out and
4,000 a month, you
It was
broke?
just a ball.
Dang, bro, what kind of life you living?
using the quarterback. as
I
a
guess if you living in California or somewhere expensive, like
carry the load, like
land cheap in Texas, man.
Well, I mean, I remember Florida was one of the
ultimate
first ones to
dual
rock that
threats,
spread
right?
offense.
Ultimate dual threats, right, Tim?
Florida was one of those first teams to rock that spread offense, and people.
He
were
would be a
spending years
pastor.
trying to figure
Yeah,
out
Lone
how
Star.
to
Man, I used to
You start
preach.
seeing more and
I
more
used to
teams
preach, man. I did.
taking what they saw
I don't
at
do it no
Florida,
more.
using it themselves. Nice pinch.
That's a long story with that, but
I've been literally trying to
That's
tell
the
you.
best play of the day.
that was nice.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Because, again, the new field goal meter, the kicking system.
muy bueno papacito. Why you gonna call another man papacito? It's kind of weird, man. You gotta put a pause in that.
Yeah.
50 yards.
Yeah.
You still got
So-
make. You still got to make one of those. He probably gonna play on Sundays.
You wanna bump that up to 140? Hey, I'm with you on that, Burns. Give me a little pond out there, man.
Don't really like that. Come on.
So me and the missus can sit. Nah, I don't want a pond. I want a big pool, man. Can't have no pond because snakes and stuff come out of the pond. I want a pond for me so I can fish in.
Yeah.
The hot route.
I love it.
It was bad.
What's scary is if they got 4 games and they'd
I think I
be
got it.
even farther ahead.
Absolutely.
Oh, corner route.
Oh, good defense.
Defense.
I like how he knocked that ball away.
Hey man, let's go out with
Now
a
with
bang.
throwing,
Can't forget about that
holding
41K.
it down.
Bullet.
Okay.
Yep, lob, and there's levels to it.
How's the weather in
The
Texas?
longer you hold it, the harder he throws.
I mean, it's hot right now,
Light
but
is
generally
there.
throughout the year, you get a little bit of
A
everything.
number one.
During the winter, it can be cold.
Cover two.
One day snowing, the next day
Routes down the
80
sideline,
degrees.
things of that
Like
nature.
crazy. Texas weather
So
crazy,
we're gonna
man.
add a bunch of what you and I talked
Is
about.
there will you throw it with these two? Does that change it, or just the way you tap it?
LBs, you can high throw it right there. Yep.
Yeah, Vic getting the skibbity paps put on him, man.
Ooh,
If you
got
get-
wheels.
Oh, I
He was
missed
going
it.
for the hit.
I was
Oh, he was
trying.
going for the game ender.
We weren't
That's a wear and tear
focused.
moment.
He was trying to immerse.
Yeah, I like how they did the screens. They actually play like a
Right?
true
Don't take a big
screen,
shot, doesn't- it
or
looks like
better
a
than
fumble.
tear.
they have in other games.
Ooh, it's like that one's gonna go.
Florida got a
We
little
don't play
pass
the whole
rush,
same
too.
targeting thing, all right? We play a little.
Oh, he's saying he is a music teacher. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Looking like Jazz off Fresh Prince. Ah, don't do Uncle like that,
I'm
man.
immensely curious to see what playbooks people are playing with.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
100%
So, like, tell me about like Tennessee's and Lane's at Ole Miss, and
Yep.
Veer and shoot.
Veer and shoot.
what about like Jeff Levy's?
Yep. All those
State?
all those are there. What Lincoln's doing with the air raid is,
Oh,
is
I can't wait
is
to
there.
play
That
with
one is
Lincoln's.
that one is a personal favorite.
You got the guard. Me
Good
next
scramble.
game.
Love me the
got the
986.
score.
You got, I mean, you
troops.
got service academies and
Oh.
Liberty running options.
And internally, we felt those.
You about to move to Texas?
Great.
It's big, man.
Things I've done in over a decade doing
You
this.
got every part of the United States in
I don't know
Texas,
what the
man.
better- like,
Yeah.
You go down south, you
Tough.
got the
I mean,
humidity.
like you
East
got
Texas,
spread
you get the
offense,
wet
got the big
weather.
dogs with
Central
the-
Texas,
you
it's
sort of
just
get
a mix of
multiple
everything.
a little bit of everything.
West Texas, desert. North Texas, snow.
Lord.
All right, we gotta take this to Blacksburg.
We taking this to
Do it. Take it
Blacksburg,
to
man.
Blacksburg.
Take it to the Berg, and then we
And
gonna play a
then-
tiebreaker.
Let's do
Something
it.
that we got.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of humidity.
Is I was tweeting about
No,
it.
let's
was the whole
finish it off.
left
Finish
stick
your
lead.
drive. Yeah,
Yeah.
finish your drive.
So you can have settings in there with your left stick.
Get
you know,
some
how
defense. We
sensitive
get some
they
Okay,
defense.
are.
so you can go like zero, like none to small,
medium
to
and
medium
far.
large,
Yeah, so I put it there. So if I'm going here, I want to lead him. You know, sometimes I want to throw him open.
Yeah.
In certain cases, so I can tap it and hold all the way, and then really put it there. If I have none, I can just put it on him.
That's gonna be something that people are gonna have to test.
Wilson always showing up late,
Way to get off.
Good stiff arm.
Way to get off.
and you a moderator, and you late. You late like Tebow was.
Just feel stronger when they.
Only difference, you ain't cooking, Andre. You two notifications are trash.
Back home, y'all got a copy coming, man. Y'all got a copy.
I said that all the people who were in there saying drop the game early. That was all on.
Oh boy.
Oh, just official Bulls move. So you can tweet at me. Yeah.
I mean, hell, they got everybody playing it. Why not go and drop it early?
Oh man, shout out to
The game obviously done.
Oh no, not
Get
Mills.
one
My
stop
bad,
D and
Mills.
try to score before they go out with a good note. Go out on a good note.
CPT like crazy, man.
Yeah, like
We had the DJ Lagway calls.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Bubble.
nice play.
The presentation team was awesome and just killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Vic getting dog walk, pun intended. That's crazy, man. Why would you say that? That's out of pocket.
Props. It's like
Laughs internally.
guys chanting. We had our guys chanting on top of the roof to get some of this. It was like this effort's the best I've ever seen. So
The
Nice.
biggest thing for
Oh,
me.
damn, you made that
DJ.
play, baby.
I still
Go.
can't get over the models of in the
That was a good
crowd.
play
Like,
call
back
right
in the
there.
day, it was like one model was moving in unison, everything, and now you're actually seeing different people moving in the crowd. It's such a it's so weird seeing a game that's been 10 years.
Yeah, I know Eric posted. I'm gonna go to it after we done with
Well, I mean, I
this.
Look at it like even the media on the
Some of y'all got
different venues. I know we mentioned like LSU and those big ones, Penn State, Florida. Like you'll see more media on the sidelines, more
kidding.
density there. Yeah, it's like we went to that level of detail. And again, Perez just top to bottom. There's so much other stuff that we're not even seeing that they've done. That has really made this game what it is.
I've been late for a few, but let's look at my full body of work. What?
Alright.
What full body of work? Oh, you come in here and cause chaos.
What's the chat say?
What's up, Dirty Bird? Appreciate that. Yeah, Wilson, all you do is come in here and cause chaos every time.
That's, again, at the official Mole on Twitter.
Come in late, talking about what I missed.
Yeah, we'll let Mills get over.
If he gets
You
100,000
coming?
DMs,
You the type person come to a cookout and don't bring nothing
Sorry, hold
but
on.
plastic
Sorry about
knives
that.
You know what
and an appetite.
Interesting is like you try to hit stick and you really got to be closer in position to hit
Yep.
stick.
I know I
I
tried.
have missed about
Yep.
19
I tried.
hit sticks.
Yep.
Then quit trying to hit stick.
One time you spent right off
It
it.
really
I was
makes
like,
me like.
I want
be a
you
little
to
bit
I
more
want you to be
careful.
successful, Tim, but that comment makes me kind of fist pump. Because we could snatch
No,
you. We
no,
could no,
that's
it's great.
great,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, exactly, right?
I just did it again.
Music to my ears. So we could snatch you.
Why they zooming in on Vic like that,
Yeah,
though?
we wanna make it rewarding.
The camera keep going. Why they zooming in on my boy like that, man? Look at that.
I don't even have to.
Look at, what are they doing, man? Somebody sus on the camera? Trying to zoom in on that man's lips.
Throwing that.
Oh.
Is Stadium Pulse?
You help this chat. Okay, I see. That's a positive way to look at it, man. You help the chat stay engaged.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, as the home field advantage meter grows.
Oh, nice route.
Oh, they.
Good route. Good route.
That was a great route.
That's a good throw.
First
No,
down,
that was a
comeback.
comeback.
You see, I
It's a comeback.
anticipated it.
That ain't throwing a lot in college football
No,
anymore.
they don't even do it no more, man.
That was a great route.
I'm really excited.
Everybody almost looked the same.
All right, y'all. I'm finna go to Ray Weather's video. This one is obviously over. They can be like, no, DM, go back. I gotta see these unis, man. 43 long. Ooh, wee. I gotta see the unis. See how much louder YouTube is than Twitch?
In this College Football 25 video, I'm going to go through every team's uniforms and show you which ones every team has. Most teams have multiple uniforms and some have a bunch. This video is presented by the EA Creator Network, as they did allow me to capture this early.
So this video, 43 minutes long, 40 minutes of it is gonna be Oregon's uniforms.
for you guys, and I was on an earlier build of the game, so it's technically a work in progress, and some small things can change. Also, keep in mind that you can also make your own combinations with these uniforms. They have a bunch of presets, but you can mix and match different ones to create your own. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe, because I've got a ton more exclusive college football content coming. I also posted some more gameplay stuff on my second channel if you want to check that out below when you're done.
Me and Burns be putting people to sleep. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Why does the player models in the game actually look better than the player models sporting the jerseys? That's crazy. App State. See, dog, this is stuff that I was gonna do if I got the game early. That's why, man. I low-key be like envious. I'm like, bro, these cats get the game early. They get to put out content that they get to put that content out early. Like, dude, cheat code, man. I have got to get into the content creator program for next year. That's huge from a content creation standpoint. I would have spent 45 minutes. I would have too. But you know what? The uniforms, they don't look good right here. They don't. None of them do. They look really good in the actual game. They look so much better in the game because the lighting and all that stuff is different. Because that's a chrome helmet, but you don't see it chrome. Now, if he went into a game, that helmet would look way more chrome than what it looks like here. So, I mean, it is what it is. You need somebody to show the rosters? I'm with you on that. That would take forever, though. All white? Okay, I see you. Arkansas State with 2 jerseys. Interesting for y'all young bucks. Arkansas State used to be the Indians, didn't they? Or something like that before they got changed to the Red Wolves. That boy got soothing music on while he going through uniform. Ball State. It was because the 2020 movement. No, it wasn't. It was years before that. Nah, it was the Indians. That boy talking about the 2020 movement. No, it was not because of COVID. It wasn't the Me Too movement. That was year. I was still in high school when they changed their name. Boise always got some clean unis, man. The helmets anyway. I always like the helmets. Drippy drip. They changed it in 2008 or 6. 2008. So I was in college when they changed that. Coach had to take his driving test. Burns, you like 4 years younger than me. What are you talking about? I ain't that old. Jesus Christ, man. Driving test. Oh, hold up. That right there was clean. The black spat, that was clean. Only thing I don't like about Boise is the blue turf, man. That right there, drippy. That's drippy, bro. I like it. He said the 2020 movement. While eating them old Rice Krispies. Nah, don't talk about them Rice Krispie treat cereal. I come through this chat on your head. Don't do that, man. Don't be disrespecting the cereal. The Redskins, I don't think they changed theirs in 2008. Was it that long ago? I didn't think it's been that long. 5 years. Okay, you talking like you just 20 years younger than me. Lucky Charms. Oh, what? Stop the cap. Lucky Charms was not better than Rice Krispie treat cereal. We ain't talking about the regular Rice Krispie cereal. We talking about the... I'm not finna get into this again. Because if I start talking about food, I'm going to get hungry and I'm going to end the live stream. I got to finish my carnitas from earlier. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is goated. I will give you that one. Brigham Young with the all black unis. I respect any team to get all black unis, man. I always talking about food because it's big back season. What Peter say? It's big back season and all the guys are eating. I need a plate of food. I need some snack cakes. I need some McDonald's. That's what Peter say. It's big back season, baby. Big back, big back, big back, big back. My big back is loaded up with snacks and cookies too. What's cooking now? Hey, what's cooking now? Oh.
With military vehicles, the online action game War Thunder has received a major
Snack cakes. Dog, Family Guy actually sent me a puzzle. It was a nice little gift. Family Guy sent me a puzzle, man, from my Twitter. Because I posted something talking like Peter Griffin about the new episodes, and they liked it. Sent your boy a puzzle, man. That was pretty cool. All 156 is 134, my guy. I mean, he should have time-stamped it at least so we can go look at our favorite schools. Peter gonna be a guest in the SMU videos. I don't know, man. He might make an appearance. He might make an appearance, man. Clemson got the same dirty uniforms, bro. Go to the next team. Clemson ain't changed nothing. Coastal, Carolina, Chanticleers. Y'all remember that it was a cartoon called Rockadoodle. And that was the rooster's name, Chanticleer. The one that sang and stuff. Rockadoodle today. It's kind of like an Elvis type character, but it was a cartoon called Rockadoodle. He already did your school. The rest don't matter. The rest don't matter when they playing you in Dynasty mode, putting them skibbity paps on you. Let's go, Colorado. What we got? The all white and the all black. Them the only ones that matter. I forgot they have the gray. Bro, they tripping. What? See, that should have been a jersey combination. I guess you got to make it yourself. Major miss, dog. Major miss for Colorado right there. Blue and black is a strong combination, man, if you do it right. Boise's blue and black mix was dope. That's right there is dope. I like that look right there for Duke. ECU with the chrome purple helmets that don't match the uniforms. Why did I click on this video? I should have watched this on my own time. Where UCLA at? Snoop, I'm about to ask you to pay attention. They go in alphabetical order, man. Where you mean where UCLA at? They at the end of the video. Hey, Kyle, butter on a Pop-Tart is good, though. I never tried it, though.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you hadn't, I wish you would.
I will never grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Every Florida got those the blue unis. Even Florida State got them, but theirs is more from a tribe. Indian tribe, I heard, was the color of why they did that. Whiteout. Ooh, I like it. Crispy. Oh, I like that look right there too. Nah. Who? Fresno what? Nah, I'm playing. Fresno State. Sugar grits, dog. Who eat sugar? Dog. I put no cheese on no grits, man. Sugar. What are you talking about? Do they got the all white? Georgia got white helmets, bro. Oh, they ain't got the white uniforms in the game? Blasphemy. Hit the portal because I put sugar on my grits? I like my grits sweet, not savory. Try it. I have tried it. I didn't like it. Because all my life, I grew up with putting sugar on grits, bruh. Sugar and butter, man. Sugar and butter. I ain't put no dang cheese on no grits, man. I put some cheese on some potatoes. Not no grits. No, I tried savory grits. It just wasn't it for me, man. Butter and sugar. Hawaii is the most irrelevant team with the dopest uniforms. Cheese goes on everything. I am a fan of cheese. You don't eat cheese on nothing? I'm sorry for your taste buds, bro. You missing out. Houston with the black unis. Let's go.
This is why
Bruh, come on with these ads, dog. We trying to see uniforms. I know you got to make your money, though. I ain't mad at you, big dog. I be trying to make my money, too. Snoop lactose intolerant. Snoop like Marlon was on White Chicks when he ate that goulash, was it called? He ate that cheese that was on that toilet. Bro, I ain't never heard nobody say they proud to be lactose intolerant. You just in denial at this point, dog. No way in the world you proud to be. I am lactose and proud, by golly. You are not lactose intolerant and proud because you missing out on ice cream, cheese, yogurt. Like, bruh, who proud of that? Stop the cap. See, Wilson. Liver mush? What the heck is liver mush, bro? What are you talking about? I've never heard of liver mush. What are you talking about? That's gotta be a North Carolina thing. You don't like the smell of cheese. Only oat milk? I like almond milk. Almond milk satisfies me. Regular milk, it tastes good, but it's that casein protein sits on my stomach. Nah. In the morning, I'm tearing the toilet up. It don't bother me right then and there. I might get a little gassy later on, but brown sugar and butter is the trick with grit. Brown sugar? I ain't tried brown sugar on no grits. Kyle, you might be up to something. You disappointed because I ain't tried liver mush? That sound like a war crime? Bro, I'm telling you, they don't even sound appetizing. Go over to Kyle's house and be like, hey guys, mom cooked liver mush. Like, what? That boy be bouncing up and down excited. Then get his feelings be hurt because then nobody like his mama's liver mush. Get out of here, man. You finna hit the portal, dog. You finna get demoted. I'm finna take your moderator status. Brown sugar's on grits. I'm gonna give cheese grits another try, man. I hadn't tried it since I was in like high school. I'll give it another try just for y'all, man. That brown sugar and butter got me interested though. Okay, Kennesaw State, I see you with the drip. Walking out if I hear it. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I don't even know what liver mush is. You got me enticed. I'm finna look it up. Not on the chat though. I'm finna liver mush. What is liver mush? Y'all even got a festa? Hold up, chat. Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to show y'all this. Look at this. This is why he said that. Look at this. Liver Mush Festival. North Carolina. Oh my God. This boy right here, man. This dude right here, man. This dude right here is, he mad at us because we don't like this molded, dried up, spam toast looking whole grain travesty. Wilson, you need to hit the portal, dog. Some real Southerners here that can back you up on liver mush? What is this? Dog, it looked just like cardboard, dude. What is this, my guy? And y'all got the nerve to have a festival. What is this? Y'all putting it around deviled eggs? What is this? They look like the little sandpaper bricks. This boy talking. I don't see no brother on here eating no liver mush. Andrew Zimmerman is eating it and he don't look satisfied. Bruh. This boy talking like liver mush is the next best thing to peanut butter and jelly. I have never in my days. They got the nerve to have it right here with some grits too, man. Y'all got a liver mush festival, dude. Look at that. North Carolina. Oh, my God. And then he mad because we ain't had it in Texas. Liver pudding? Country. Stop. What is we doing? Man, I'll return y'all back to y'all regularly scheduled program. I'm so sorry. Kent State with the drip. Kent State helmets is drippy. Not them. I don't like those, but I like those helmets. Just throw the whole state away. Yo, man, that boy coming here talking about some liver mush. It's way better than it look. Bro, it don't look edible. It don't look edible. It look like it have the texture of a shoe. And he defending it. He defending it to the T. Throw the whole kitchen away. Nah. Throw the whole Andre Wilson away. I can't believe we share the same first name, dog. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm hungry again. I gotta finish my carnitas and rice. La Tech. Okay. La Tech with the Adidas. Adidas. Oh, the throwback unis. And that's it. Next team. North Carolina barbecue be garbage because it ain't Texas. Texas barbecue the best in the nation. Louisville, I like the uniforms. Adidas got some new Nike, all of their uniforms look the same. I don't know what they did this year, but somebody was lazy on their job. NC has the best barbecue in the world. Stop. After what you just showed us, I can't. Here's the deal, Wilson. I cannot get that image out of everybody's head in the chat. The fact that I showed that, everybody else got to go to sleep and spend the rest of their life with that image in their head because of you. And you got the nerve to want us to trust your judgment on some barbecue. It ain't happening, Jack. That ain't happening. If we ever do a Bama LSU game, I call Bama. Hey, man, trying to play a game with me, man. I done said it many times. That's going to come later on. I'm not a big online gamer. I don't care to play with people online. If I did the Dynasty, I'd be doing it just for y'all because that ain't my thing. I mean, we will. I'll fall in time to play y'all, but not out the gate. Okay, Memphis, let's see what you're rocking with. Where the stripe tell me that? There we go. Drippy, I like it. Show me the black. Ooh, the blue drippy too. Show me the black. Ooh, that black is nice. That black is nice. They got the white black helmet. They got the black. Memphis gonna mess around and make me start a dynasty, bruh. Memphis gonna make me start a dynasty with these unis, dog. Cause I'm telling you, that is one determining factor. Louisiana got the best food. Louisiana got some good food. I don't know if I'll say the best, but Louisiana do got some good food. Y'all got some good food down there in them Bayou parts. I used to have a lieutenant when I worked at the prison. His name was Sharp and Tail. Lieutenant Sharp on top. And he was an LSU fan. Okay, they still on Memphis. They still on Memphis. With the drip. Oh, icy. That's icy. Memphis. Somebody write down Memphis. I'm going to have to play with them at some point in time just because their uniforms is drippy. Wilson, y'all known for dry, crusty barbecue. Y'all have to hide under nasty sauce. They barbecue look like that liverwurst or that liver mush. Memphis is noted, dog. Memphis has put everybody in the uniform section on blast. They have put them on notice. The country is on notice. Because them uniforms was dope. Miami was disappointing, I agree. Miami had better uniforms when they was with Nike. You already got them picked for your Dynasty? I'm going to play with them eventually. Texas barbecue disappointed you? It depends on where you get it from, man. Some places don't know how to barbecue. Texas is a very big state, too, by the way. You get a lot of different types of barbecue there. I'm finna box all y'all straight up. See right there? See, hold on. That's the comments that we talking about. I can mute the music because he ain't doing them but playing music. That's the type comments that we talking about. There are currently 223 people in this video right now. You are not gonna be able to box all of us. That boy think it's finna happen like one of them movies where they just fight one at a time. We ain't finna fight one at a time, Jack. If we fighting all together. Do I eat Jamaican food? Yeah, I've tried it. I like it. That boy in here think he finna take us one at a time like a Power Rangers movie. No, sir. No, sir. We on your head like they was on Thanos' head. We jumping you, dog. It ain't no one-on-one. Honor went out the window when you brought up liver mush. This cat right here, man. Let me put the background music. At least that was soothing. Oh, it kind of got a little Chronic 2001 vibe. Yeah, that dude tripping. He tripping. Let's go, State.
This is the Peter Griffin nighttime hour. Just want you guys to get settled in and enjoy the vibes.
But these matching pairs have really and they got draws on the screen. Come on, man. There's kids in the chat. We can't be showing that, man. How many slots do I think Oregon got? I told you the video 43 minutes long. Oregon gonna take 40 of that. The special guest, got a special guest in the house? Yeah, we do, man. Peter, what you think about the game so far? Gameplay wise, what you think?
Yeah, I was watching your little gameplay earlier. Eric Rayweather showing off a little bit of the game. Yeah, looks pretty good. You know me, I'm a big NFL fan, like the New England Patriots. You know, Tom Brady, Gronk. Those are my guys, dear. Yeah, but college is pretty good. Looks pretty good.
You'll air the scene out. Oh man, he one of them. I'ma shoot the place up if I'm getting beat up kind of dudes. Wilson. Oh man, dude, you surprise me every day, man. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. You do bring life to the channel. I will say that. Burns, you said it. Look. He can't fight. Oh, that boy Wilson said I air this mother effer out before I get beat up. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy that you would say that. Nah, man, don't say that in the chat. Astro, what you talking about, man? I be trying to work on my Trump impersonation. Obama, I was working on him. College football looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, babe. He got grazed by a bullet. Nah, he got grazed. It grazed his ear. Somebody died, though. Yeah, so they say. College football looks pretty good. You know, looking at North Texas here. It's got some good uniforms. They got the all black dripping. I like it. Nobody cares, Obama, about an all-black uniform. Everybody knows that white is the best. White power. You didn't hear it here first, but you heard it here first. Just saying. Everybody knows it's better. I'm trying to work on it, man. Work on my impersonations. Yeah, Wilson, we love you in here, dog. We love you, dog. You said it, though. You said you bring life to the chat, and you have done that. You have made it a funny night. Stephen A, man, my Stephen A ain't that good, man. My top 3 teams? I don't know. My favorite teams, Texas and Oregon. I throw Colorado in the mix because of Brown, but chat don't like when I say that. Chat don't like. Oh, Notre Dame. Do they got the all white with the gold accent? I guess not. And I used to do Norbit good. How you know that, man? It didn't adjust your seat, Respisha. I used to do the clumps too, man. But you know, older generation, younger generation don't know about that, man. Cletus, I like to come over there and choke the life out of you right in front of Jesus. Sherman. My name is Sherman. Sherman Clump. And I am fondly in George. Mama, Daddy, Ernie, Granny. Everybody's doing A-OK. Yeah, all right. Dynamite. Oh, my baby is going to Oklahoma. He gonna be a Sooner. Oh, Sherman, I knew you ever since the moment I met you. You was fabulous. You don't know anything about the Discord because you be late to the chat, bruh. Look on the link on the communities tab on the channel. Not the community tab, but look on the link on the YouTube channel. We got the Discord up and running a little bit. We working on this, work in progress. I be in there every now and then. I gotta pay some stuff off on Apple so I can put it on my phone. So I don't be chit-chatting all day, not chat. I'm gonna get there though. I'm gonna get there. Oklahoma State, drippy. Y'all already knew Oklahoma State was gonna come with that heat, man. Look at that. Old Dominion. Oh man, she got homeboy. I thought he was outside. I was gonna say she got him sitting outside in the rain. Can you edit jersey numbers in Dynasty? No, sir. First of all, nobody talk while I'm talking, so shut up. My name is Ruckus, no relation. Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus. That's right. No relation. I can't say everything I want to say about these monkeys, because I like to use the N-word. Oregon, let's go. The old school drip. That was the Michael James era right there, baby. That's my favorite. That black and yellow, man. Black and yellow, black and yellow. The eggshell uni, okay. You gonna spin around Oregon. What? Hold up. I know that's not all of Oregon's uniforms. That is not all of Oregon's uniforms. It's not. Bro, I don't know why people be coming for me in my videos. I know people gonna say negative stuff, but bro, I don't care. You know what I be telling cats now? This dude told me I talk too much on my video. It's a video that I posted. I'm supposed to talk. First of all, he coming here telling me, Steven, hey, you're talking too much. And I don't know this kid. I don't know him, but I know some of y'all on a personal level. But I don't fret. I don't fear. You know what I tell him? I tell him hit the portal. Because we coming. We coming with Louis. We coming. Hit the portal. That's what I tell him, man. Tell him, man, real talk. Hit the portal, man. I ain't got time for that. Hit the portal. If you get in the chat talking that nonsense Poindexter bullcrap, hit the portal. Poindexter of the week. Talking about I talk too much in the video. It's a freaking video. I'm not Dion, of course. I'm me, baby. Well, what you mean I'm not Dion? They want a reaction out of you? Hey, hit the portal, Jack. You got the reaction you wanted. I got the engagement I wanted. I don't think people understand. By commenting on a video that you do not like, you are still giving that content creator engagement. You're giving them a view and you're giving them an engagement. Oh, hold on. Pony up. Hold up. Pony up. Okay, SMU. Where the Dallas? Oh, they're the Dallas unis. The D on the helmet is clean, dog. Pause. They better have the black. Yes, sir. We in that thing, man. Let's go. Yeah, San Jose unis are tough. Every time you say Mr. Wilson, think of Dennis Smith. That's why I say it. Because Mr. Wilson was this boring old man that ruined Dennis's parade. And that's how Mr. Wilson is. That's how, because I call him Mr. Wilson because I don't like saying his first name. Because we got the same first name. Mine say Andre. His is Andre. He's an Andre Wilson. Southern Miss, I forgot they even played football. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They need to change the helmet. You gotta change up the look, man. That's why nobody take y'all serious. Because your helmet is the same. Never changes. Stanford. Let me see the black unis, dog. Y'all know what we came here for. There we go. Yes, sir. The red and black combo would go stupid for Stanford. Not that red and black. The red bottoms. I mean, the red, let's go black top, red bottoms. No, red top, black bottoms, black helmet. So you can make preset uniforms? I think so, man. You should be able to. TCU got some drip. They used to anyway. I think of orange juice every time I look at this team. Oh, you on the last team. I'm a little ahead of y'all. Temple uniforms look better than Southern Miss. They play in a big stadium too. Still playing Philly. Tennessee with the blacked out unis. And they got that dark gray. They got that slate gray uni. Yeah, Oregon is supposed to have way more uniforms than what they got in this game. But you can see this is a beta. So maybe when the full game release, they'll have more uniforms in the game. Because I heard the developers talking about Oregon has a lot of uniforms. Mike Brown from Twitter even said that. Come on, A&M. Texas State Bobcats. Yes, sir. There we go. The black. Maroon and gold, baby. Tech got some decent unis. I see they got the new ones in the game. A&M has 0 drip. I will agree with that. Texas ain't changed nothing at all either. Texas should at least have an all-black uni, man. Yeah, I remember them. Toledo still got the same helmets they've had since NCAA football 2000. There were Temple throwbacks though in this beta. All right, Troy. Running an online Dynasty league with some college coaches and former players. I don't coach college though. I coach high school. I wish I coached in college. I'd love to be a college football coach. Toledo and Southern Miss. Southern Miss got the same helmet. Tulane got some drip though. With that powder blue, man. Where the powder blue helmet at? Come on, where the powder blue helmet, man? Y'all just showed it on the screen. They even got all black. There we go. It looked ugly with the helmet he got on, but that powder blue is drippy. Green Wave. Them Golden Hurricanes. UAB, them white helmets. UAB got some drip, dog. They definitely got some drip. Look, ooh, drippy. I like it. The crazy part is you see the uniforms here, but they look better in the actual game itself. Like when you start a game, the uniforms, this doesn't do the uniforms any justice right here. It don't. Best friend became a college coach at D3. That's what's up, man. Only thing, Harden, is my schedule, man. With me uploading videos and trying to do the Dynasty and all this stuff, I'm not going to have time out the gate for playing in an online Dynasty. Y'all will be waiting on me 2 weeks for a game. Out the gate. Let me see how my time working. I don't know how long we're going to be in practice and stuff this year. Got a new AD, so. Okay, UConn with the white helmet. Look better than that. I don't like the C helmet, man. Louisiana Monroe. The Warhawks. Okay, Louisiana Monroe, I see you. Trying to be a little unique, a little different. Okay, class. Everybody sit down, okay, fall asleep, okay. Drugs are bad, okay, you shouldn't do drugs, because they're bad. UNLV got the cleanest stadium and the worst jerseys. Cleanest stadium, worst uniforms. They share a stadium with the Las Vegas Raiders, man. They share a state-of-the-art billion-dollar stadium, and they got them trash uniforms. Southern Florida don't even know why y'all came here. That's why. The white helmet saved you. How is who playing? I'm not playing. This is Eric Rayweather. He's just showing off all the uniforms. It's a pre-recorded video. Utah got the drip. I like the red. I like the black. Strong combination. It's hard to go bad with it. Utah stay dripped out. Oh no, I seen your comment. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just with me, Tom, like doing the YouTube stuff, working and all of that. And I got to get my CDL too. I have to get my cert and all that. Time gonna be tight, man. I don't want to commit to something right now that I'm not gonna be able to fulfill. I've done that in the past, and it's never a good thing. So I want to wait and see, just to see how my time is gonna be, and then also for me to get used to that schedule. Because you get that break over the summer, then you hit school. You got to get back used to that schedule. UTEP, okay, UTEP. Got the all white. UTSA, y'all should have skipped them. I like the jerseys, man. The shoulder pads is drippy. That's all they got, though. Next team. Vandy. Vanderbilt ain't changed a single thing. The all black, the only thing that saved them. That white and black combo look good too, though. I give them that. Oh, Virginia, Virginia, Virginia. Nike with these basic uniforms that everybody got. Bam, I told y'all the new unis in the game, and that dude talking about, oh, play with Virginia Tech's new uniforms, and he put up the 2023 ones. They look so much better in the actual game. My favorite uniforms, Oregon's, the orange and the yellow and black ones that Oregon got. Oregon also has a uniform where they got what is it, a green top, white pants, orange socks, white helmet with the orange face mask. Oregon unis are top tier. They so creative. Everyone's so creative. Give me a white helmet, Washington. That helmet is actually purple. It looked black though, but it's chrome purple. Yeah, them eggshell unis hard to beat, man. The neons, I like the orange and black ones they got. If I had to pick a favorite, that'd probably be mine. I mean, not orange. I keep saying orange, yellow and black. Mountaineers with the new unis in the game. Boring Nike fit. Oregon black and pink. Those go hard too for breast cancer awareness. Or Oregon's uniforms. I like all their uniforms, man. Real talk. It ain't. Underrated helmet right here, bro. That helmet is nice. The uniform don't match. That look good. That combination look good. That white helmet is tough. Yeah, West Virginia Cold Rush look good. Another kind of underrated jersey or uniform combo. Let me see if they got it in the game. Them right there, I like the yellow ones.
Some more college football 25 gameplay. Make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.
UCLA versus Liberty. Liberty got two guys in the top 100.
Some college football 25 online gameplay for you in this video. Now this is presented by EA Creator Network, as they did allow me to capture this early footage, and this is an earlier build of the game, so it is a work in progress and some small things can change. Now in this video I'm playing against fellow YouTuber RBT, kind of just having a fun game. This was one of our first games we played, just kind of messing around. But I just wanted to bring you guys an online gameplay, give you some extra content today on the second channel. Notice all the hot route options that are in this game. You don't need an ability to get all these extra hot routes. You can put your running back on any route in the world. You can put your receivers on pretty much any route in the world, which is pretty cool. We're rolling out here, trying to make the defense collapse, and you're going to see that, there's going to be some...
They told you to transfer there? Did you transfer?
Screens. I think these are pretty cool this year. They're in a lot of playbooks, and they're a really good wide receiver screen.
The stadiums look so good in this game, man.
You also got cool formations like this. You got the split eye, I believe it's called, so trying to do a little fullback pass there. And I got UCLA. He's got Liberty.
Hold on. Did he say the split eye? They look like the dead T.
Get really good blocking on them. You also got cool formations like this.
That is the dead T, bro. We run that at Pewitt last year anyway. Not this year. We ain't running it. We call that the dead T.
You got the split eye, I believe it's called. So trying to do a little fullback pass there. And I got UCLA. He's got Liberty. They're both like low 80s overall teams. So not playing with any powerhouses or anything like that, which I kind of think
Liberty in the 80s overall.
You're playing with the mid-level teams and not the powerhouses. The powerhouses, can do pretty much everything. They're pretty easy to play with. But when you play with the mid-school, the mid-tier teams, it's a little more challenging. So here we're using a speed out with beautiful timing on the side of the end zone. That's one of my favorite routes.
Oh, that was nice.
You can put your outside wide receiver on those speed routes. I smart routed it to the end zone. And if you time up the touch pass with this new passing system, you can kind of just drop it right in there just like I did. And you can see the crowd was not liking that. Here's a look at the kick meter as well, which, this isn't so hard to do when you're close or like on kickoffs, extra points. But when you're backed up a little bit, especially on one of the hash marks because they're so wide in college, kick meter can be a little tough, especially
Liberty got a nice looking stadium, man.
And the home field advantage is going. That meter moves so quick that I'm gonna be honest, it's almost impossible to make long field.
Who the nicest YouTuber we seen content wise? Eric. As far as like uploading the gameplay, college football, Eric, Ohio State, Penn State game was top tier. And expert gamer with the Iron Bowl.
He didn't time it up right there. We knock him out.
Auburn and Alabama.
We did force a fumble, but we didn't recover it. But you're going to see RB.
Road to Glory, definitely QBJ. Road to Glory, hands down.
Audible, and they switch things. You see the players stand up and turn towards the sideline, which is a pretty cool detail. And that's probably the best thing about this game is all the little presentation details that it does have. And it's just a lot of fun to play, honestly. We were playing this early access. We were recording content. But some nights, we were just playing games because it was just so much fun to play. You're going to see ball carrier moves are pretty good. The spin, the juke, especially the precision ones. I'll probably do a video on that soon. But the precision spin and juke are really good as he cooks me there. I played man defense 1-on-1, beat me to the inside, and he gets a big touchdown there. So I do find that man defense seems to be pretty solid in the game, but every once in a while you will get cooked if you play it, which is kind of how it should be, I think. And man should be viable.
QJB.
Some years of like Madden games, sometimes man is unusable.
What's it?
This game,
QBJ had me saying QBJ. I was just reading what the chat said.
Because that's what RBT does.
I get it mixed up too, man.
He's going for onside kick, and we're just gonna fair catch it right at the 50. But that's RBT for you. He's not normal. He's not gonna kick it deep. He's not gonna kick the extra point. He's going to do all the funny stuff. And here we're making a miss with the juke. And that wasn't even the precision juke. That was just like the...
Those white uniforms actually do look good on UCLA. I like the number font. It's a big number. It's easy to see.
Getting hit there in the pocket, trying to get the ball out. You can see the stadium post is going up. But because he's at Liberty, I don't know how high this can get. I know it gets like really high at the big schools, the top, toughest places to play. And just look at this dime here. Just patience. He bit on me. Look at the catch. Look at the animation on the sideline. Catch animation in this game. Absolutely beautiful, the way wide receivers adjust to the ball, unlike anything I've seen before. But yeah, the pulse meter, as we're back in the split eye here, I think it gets higher at the bigger schools, but when you're at some of the smaller
I want to see SMU Stadium. I wonder if they added in the new renovations. I don't see why they wouldn't have.
And especially if you're like in
I hope they did. It's going to be real disappointing to start a Dynasty and they don't have that in the game. I'm going to be mad.
Winning games yet, you're not going to have a full crowd, which means you're not going to get the meter all the way up. But for regular play now games, I think you can, because I think regular play now games are usually full crowds. And you can see there, I overkicked and actually...
Okay, that explains. He said the regular play now games are full crowds. There's no dynamic attendance in the regular games. So that makes sense as to whenever Bordeaux was playing Donovan Edwards and he was getting his teeth kicked in, how it was still full people in the stands.
Chance to miss because you're almost sacrificing the accuracy because you're kicking it so hard.
You saw pictures of SMU Stadium in the game? Where?
Up here a little bit, give them different looks, give them man, give them zone, even give them match. I think match defense is actually really good in this game, like cover 4 quarters. I have trouble beating it, honestly, to be honest with you. But
somewhere on Twitter?
It's definitely good. I'm sure somebody...
I'll have to go try to look and see.
To cook it up, we'll see. But I find it to be pretty viable in this game. But it's also easy to score in this game as well, like if you know what you're doing. So it is a game where... you're going to have high-scoring plays, but I don't think it's impossible to get stops. I definitely think you can get stops in this game. But, once the game's out longer and people start finding out...
Liberty Stadium ain't finished.
When adjustments get made. People, might find a play that's a little powerful, or they might find a defense that's really powerful. So when you're playing this early access of the game, it's hard to really know where it's going to be a month from now when millions of people are on it every day, finding out everything about it. Here, we're trying to roll out. We got nothing there. We're going to have to throw it away. But you can see here, we don't have like a crazy high scoring game.
Liberty's running back is quick. He's in the top 100 players in the game. Him and the quarterback.
Which means the pass was a little inaccurate because with this pass system, you can't always bullet everything. Like, again, you see the red meter and you have to adjust to make the catch. But the good thing is you can still make these catches. The wide receivers do adjust. They'll spin. They'll, contort their body to make an effort on the catch. But if the coverage is tight and you try to bullet it in there, you might throw a pick because it's not going to be perfectly accurate. Now, if you have like top end QBs with like really good throw power and good accuracy, they don't really get red meters that often, as we're doing the option here for a touchdown.
Imagine you were early,
Bruh.
you caught every big money-making opportunity in the market. You caught
The good QBs don't get the red, inaccurate throws as often as like the mid-tier and low-tier guys. But if you're playing with those type of guys, you gotta like really try to time it up, and you don't you want to bullet it, but you don't want to go. Same with the kick meter, like you just don't want to go all the way to the end. You want to stop it right before, so that you're kind of getting a bullet, but you're getting it in a way where it's still going to be accurate. Because I've thrown a lot of picks in tight coverage where, like in Madden,
4-star. He from Cedar Hill. See, I didn't know he was from Cedar Hill.
Not, because tight coverage with a slight inaccurate pass will lead to a pick.
Texas
now,
boys,
can
man.
use the other passing systems, if you don't.
Vic and Tebow still playing? Yeah, we passed that,
You've
man.
got the skill-based passing from Madden in here, and they have the old.
That turf looks good. That view is awesome. That's a nice camera
You
angle.
can opt to use that if you want. The good thing about this revamped passing system is, like I said, you can get more inaccuracies, but you also get much better ball trajectory with it. So it's a lot better for touch passes, for like middle of the field passes when you're trying to like just get it over, the head of a linebacker, or like the mid-level guys, like you want to drop it in the bucket, or if you're trying to lob it to the back of the end zone on a streak where you might only have a step on somebody, but you can like really get arc on it and drop it back in there. That's what this system is good for. But if you're a guy that bullet passes everything, you might want to use the older system. So that's just something to think about. But you can see here,
I have more
we a pretty
added.
good
The
game
stadium
going
is
so far.
dope.
We're going to try, to stop here. He's throwing it up. I want you to watch
At
this
night when they
crazy
light the
grab.
flames.
We didn't get the feet in bounds, but a crazy grab there on the user pick.
That logo looked cool in the
It's all right.
game.
We're playing good defense. It's third down. We're trying to stop him. No, we can't lose the RBT. That's just not what we can do. And he makes a bad pass, and there we go. That's what we were waiting for. It's a pick, and that's going back for 6. No one is going to stop him. No one's.
Dude, I'm so excited to play this game, man.
On the side here, I love you.
That's one thing I like about college. There's so many different teams, so many different conferences. It's like every team you play with in a different conference or whatever is just like a completely different game. Especially with recruiting and all that. All right, man.
Celebrations, they got first down celebrations, turnover celebrations as well. As we're laying the boom here. But yeah, the presentation and all the things like that. I mean, they're really good in this game. All the details are there. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Right
Can you
now.
change the time of day? I don't know. You can in play now. You can in your dynasty.
Man, as they should be. He timed it up really well there.
You got your masters at Liberty. Okay.
That's a route you might want to think about. We're sending some pressure, kind of collapsing the pocket. I do think the pocket's pretty solid in this game. I think I'm able to step up a lot and scramble, which I like when it's there, when the lanes are there. So that's really good. And I think the blocking holds up a decent amount. He's going back to the option. We're starting to defend it a little better. I'm clicking off here, then clicking back on. It is hard to tackle in the open field, as it should be. I mean, it's college football. These athletes miss tackles a lot. And he throws another pick. It's number 7 again. That's his second pick in a row. And it's starting to get dark for RBT here. He was hanging with me for a little bit. Now it's getting a little rough. Little fake jet, and look at this pass. Look at the touch. That's what I mean with this system. If you use the older passing systems, that is not a throw that you can make as consistently, in my opinion. I was able to just drop that perfectly in the bucket. And here, again, we got the red meter, which wasn't what we wanted, but the receiver did adjust and make the play. We had just enough room. If that defender was even like a half step closer, that would have been defended. But we got to just kind of get used to the timing on that. I still don't have it completely down yet. And now he's going down the field. We kind of got like a safe lead here. This one's pretty much almost over, but we're still playing for fun, man. This game is a ton of fun. There's no quitting out of this game. He's going to sit here and take off with the QB. Liberty QB actually he's got like the 5th or 6th highest rated QB in the game. Liberty has a really good QB. They have another player that's really good. I forget what position he plays.
They running back.
Liberty actually not bad in this game. I think they're like a 80, 81, 82 overall, something like that. So they're definitely a viable team if that's your team you want to run with.
Will I be realistic in my dynasty recruiting wise, or just sell out for the best player? Nah, I'm gonna be realistic. Sell out for the best player, and you're going to end up having the worst team. Anybody that tries to do that in their dynasty, they just hurting themselves.
Back to the onside kicks as he should be at this point.
You need to be recruiting for the offense and defense that you have.
It's kind of cool. I like that you have a chance to recover onside kicks, and now we're throwing it.
I'm going for program fits and needs. Like that's. If not, you're only hurting yourself.
He's gonna pick 6 me now, so just like that, things turn pretty quickly.
What I thought was cool was that they, like, I thought SMU ran run and shoot. That's what it looked like when I watched film on them. But the game said they run veer and shoot, which is even better because I was like, I want to run the veer and shoot. I like the wide splits. I like the choice routes. I like the option out of the backfield kind of stuff. Like, bro, I'm excited about that.
The game, the band songs they play, or what happens when most teams score touchdowns? They have the accurate things in game that they would do in real life. Even the mascots on the sideline, if you pay attention sometimes, they'll be dancing on the sideline or they'll be reacting to the plays, both good and bad, which I think is cool. Here where we're getting sticky, we almost get in. We're down to the 1. We're going to punch it in here with a little auto motion handed to the running back, and that's going to pretty much do it for us. Now, if you want to check out some more college football
That was a good game to watch. Guys, I have been streaming all day. It's been awesome. I am not complaining. But a brother tired, though. So I'm finna end the stream, man. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's evening, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. Not gonna stream tomorrow. Probably just drop a few videos tomorrow, whatever like that. Enjoy the Sunday before we get into the real grind, dog. So I appreciate y'all, man. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good evening. Good night. Peace.